Acting captains log penned aboard the USS Victoria, stardate 54047. Both the Victoria and the Kismet are arriving or en route to Starbase 27. Ensign Altera has apparently still not awoken from her recent injuries, and we still have to deal with the large band of Klingons we have in the brig. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but you never know. End log.
Great.
At current, both ships are still about a little inside of a day from Starbase 27. You're still en route at warp 9.7 or so. As far as the Klingons are concerned, they have been model, if not especially quiet prisoners aboard the Kismet. The Victoria A has been handling well enough. The skeleton crew aboard it has been running into the occasional security measure that stuns somebody or shocks someone's hand or some other minor thing. But thankfully, since the major systems don't turn on, the in-place turrets dotted across the ship don't blast them away. Although the bridge does every so often have to remind the ship to not attack the people aboard.
Oh,
Well, that's helpful.
Oh, that's good.
Who is aboard the Victoria A? I know Penn.
I am. Aaron,
I
Right.
believe it was just those two.
Yeah, I think the
think
rest
so.
of you were all aboard the Kismet, just myself and Aran.
I think
The captain.
I think we still have Gennard Dress.
And we ended with the captain over there, but it's been a couple
Yeah,
days since then, right?
Yeah.
so he's
Yeah.
totally back.
So he's back.
Yeah.
Gennard Dress and the other team, or the rest of the team, I think. I think Dress has taken up the tactical station.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you do aboard the bridge, Mr. Pend?
Clearly, we gave you touch upon, actually.
No.
Because what
no.
could go wrong with that? There's actually a few things I wanted to do. I want to let everyone else go first before I started pulling this stuff out. Is that okay?
Sure. Well, actually, in that case, we'll jump over to the other ship, to Varder Redun.
Hi.
Hi. What have you been up to the last few days, or what would you like to be up to?
Well, we've got the Klingons over, so probably search them to make sure they don't have disassembled disruptors in their armor or whatever.
Yeah.
Give me Insight Security difficulty 2.
Insight security, yep. Don't have anything for that. Unless you count guerrilla warfare for hiding weapons, but
I'll give you a friendly reminder that you do have a security team that can help you as an advantage. As being
Also
chief
true.
Security.
that does exactly what again, as far as advantages?
As an advantage, you can use it to bring down the difficulty by 1 or complication down by 1. Or it makes certain things possible that normally wouldn't. Like, say, if you wanted to evacuate a whole deck, you wouldn't do it. You couldn't really do it yourself inside
Yep.
of 5 minutes, but you could tell your whole security team to help you.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
So that would lower it to task. That challenge 1, right?
Right.
Yes.
As for guerrilla warfare, I would give it to you at increased complication. Because they're not really guerrillas, they're actually full-on like raiders or
It's like a
soldiers as well.
guerrilla-ish tactic, but they're not guerrillas themselves. Alright, I'll just do the thing. Okay.
Nice.
Is that
You
2?
get back
That's 2
regardless.
successes.
2 momentum gained.
Nice.
When you search their persons, along with your security staff, these Klingons are wearing very strange armor. It's not Klingon armor. It's very Lots of long curves, dark colors. You don't see house symbols or anything. The weapons they're using are of Klingon make. Like they're using like Klingon disruptor rifles and pistols, and they do have not the full batleth, but like the
Mek'leth.
the mek'leth. They
It's
don't
sort of
have, they don't seem to have anything other than that. It does seem the suits that they're wearing aren't weaponized in any way, but they seem to be some sort of powered suit. It doesn't seem to be enough to make them particularly lethal, but it does seem to be augmenting them in some manner. It's not entirely clear to you, but from a security standpoint, it's not like it's going to punch through the deck walls or anything like that.
Okay. That was me concern was like, can they just walk through a force field with that on? Not if it can't take a phaser.
Yeah.
And that's my deduction.
Yeah, it would take more scans and examination of the armor to get a better idea. But as for searching them, yeah, you find the weapon. You've searched them thoroughly for anything. They don't seem to have the weird belt buckle hidden weapon because again, they're not in standard uniform.
Yeah.
They don't fight you too much either. Like they just kind of very quietly let you do your job, and they don't really give any gruff to your soldiers. To your security staff. They just kind of follow instructions. They kind of stare at you intently.
I don't like quiet Klingons.
Yeah.
There's nothing that indicates rank of any kind among any of them.
No. Which just from first year academy days, that's odd. Klingons like to even among pirates, they like to have a hierarchy that's clear to each other.
And there's no one being more in charge. There's no standee. You know what I mean? Like no one presents themselves more, even among their own guys, as just being in.
Yeah, sometimes one guy will get up faster than the others, but it in different times you've searched them or examined them over the last few days. It seems to be random. There doesn't seem to be a single person that they're looking to.
And I'm assuming they've not really said anything interesting.
They've been stone quiet this whole time.
Oh my god, days without talking for Klingons? Holy shit.
Security reports who watch them in the break have reported as much as well. They just kind of stare at each other every so often. They'll look at each other, they'll look at the ground, they'll look at the security guard, look at the ground. Like they don't do anything else. They don't sing, they don't curse, they don't do anything.
There has never been a recorded telepathic Klingon, has there?
You'd have to look up in the computer. You're not sure off the top of your head.
That sounds a lot more sciencey than I'm inclined to be.
If you want to take it to the science person.
Yeah. It's not terribly urgent, so I won't combat you. I'll just look to wherever the heck you're at. Probably the bridge knowing you. Or
Yeah.
your office.
I'm on the bridge.
Sweet. Lieutenant Myth.
Yes, Varder.
I've got an inquiry for you that I'm sure you're more adept at pursuing than I would be.
Certainly.
Has there ever been any recorded instances of encountering or even having heard of a telepathically capable Klingon?
Interesting. I'll have to consult the computers.
It seems out there, but it's also out there for Klingons to not talk. Or do more, staring's normal. More grumpy.
The prisoners have not spoken at all.
Not really.
Fascinating.
And from ones we took on Deep Space Nine, when they tried to do that, they talk a lot.
Yes, posturing seems to be the default position of a Klingon. I'll consult the computer banks and see if I can find anything.
Thank you.
Alternatively, you may wish to enlist a doctor to examine whether they truly are standard Klingons.
Also a possibility.
But yeah, so I will make that.
So say I'll roll for the ship.
Cool. Damn. No.
Never mind.
Oh wait, no. It's a reason roll,
reason.
so I still get 1.
So should I roll anyway?
Yes. Roll for the ship. Because I do have 1 success.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, the dream.
Funny enough, thinking about it in your active memory, it doesn't really come up. You kind of have to look back further into your stored memory from when you were back at the institute,
Mhm.
and the computer. And then you on that line, you start bringing up the computer instead of looking up what's currently in Starfleet's files. You start looking up what's in the files of, I forget what it's called already, the Daystrom Institute.
Mhm.
And as a Starfleet officer in the Federation, you can access those files. They're open to pretty much anybody who wants to look them up in the Federation.
I'm also a Daystrom fellow, so
yeah.
you know.
You're
There's
able to
that.
find that there is psionic potential is possible in Klingons, but they're not known for presenting it due to ancient superstitions that they used to have. They never really had. And the fact that their science never isn't really tuned to inward development, it's tuned toward external development, weaponry, things that they can use to influence things around them rather than themselves.
Mhm.
Which fits for an expansionist type culture. Expansionist cultures tend not to be very psionic because they're too busy extending outward rather than inward. Hence why Vulcans and Betazoids tend to be very psionically strong because they're inward focused species.
Mhm.
But is it possible? Sure. If you have breath to take and you're sapient, psionics is possible. It's just not. It's not known to happen very often, and if it does, their psi potentials is less than. Like you need on a scale of 0 to 100, being actually presenting some ability, whether it's telekinesis, empathy, whatever. They usually rank below 50, and humans can be above 50. Like it can be like 75 if they have a good intuition, that sort of thing.
I communicate that to Varder. It's unlikely. There
Okay.
doesn't seem to be too much precedent for displays of psionic potential, and when it is there, it's rather limited. Nothing that would allow for this sort of lack of verbal communication.
How much have I missed?
You are basically a day out, and you're walking out from Starbase. There is the little blurb there that does basically cover what the log covered, but you are walking into the bridge with Varder and Myth having a conversation. Last status report as you step out of the ready room was that the Victoria had some incidents, some minor security incidents where some of the security protocols kicked in, but Penn's been able to get the defense system to not just wipe out the crew, but he has to keep reminding it every so often.
All right.
You're currently going at warp 9.7, less than a day out from Starbase.
Very
Oh,
good.
The Klingons are acting like Romulans.
Well, I mean, as long as everything, as long as they aren't, as long as everything seems to be quote unquote in order, nothing serious. I see no reason not to continue.
Indeed, it's an anomaly, Captain, that could be investigated. However, it doesn't seem to pose an immediate threat.
Yeah,
Indeed.
not really.
No, I have my suspicions. Oh no, is that the title of our episode?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, the title's up there, Inside Out World.
Oh, I'm not on the right page, and I told to rejoin as player.
The last thing that was said was cruising status, and I was like, that'd be an interesting title.
Oh, yeah, my cheat sheets aren't here. It's in the other one. No. Oh.
Okay, there we go. No, it had given me the episode from the semi meme game that Jacoby
yeah.
ran for his group, which had had the Q in it. So I was like, oh no, I do not want to deal with that today. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're on the bridge of the Kismet currently.
Yes. I have nothing immediately pressing. I assume that I assume that Altera is still out.
She hasn't recovered over the last week. She's stable, but they can't seem to really bring her around. There's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
that was
imagine they'll need the medical staff on Starbase and the equipment they have there to really bring her around.
Yeah. We don't have particularly advanced I mean, we have the emergency medical hologram system, but we don't have a particularly advanced sick bay in that regard. We're not the Hatfield.
You know.
We're short-term treatment, not long-term treatment.
Yeah.
Anything from Myth or Varder on that line?
No, I mean the Klingons are definitely disarmed. They've got suits and no insignia. That's about it. There's nothing further to do. I mean, at least you want me to interrogate them, but I don't know if they're gonna say anything.
Yeah, I am not doing anything aside from my duties.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll continue to my duties unless the captain wants me to talk to the Klingons.
Please talk to the Klingons.
I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of them, but I can try.
Well, I'd like to see what we can get out of them before we have to turn them over to Starfleet security at Starbase. Because once they're out of our hands, any information that we could potentially get from them is likely to become quite classified, to say the least.
Yeah. Actually, is there any distinction between the one from the civilian ship and one from the ones that are boarding the other one? The Defiant Club?
The civilian one is currently in medbay. Has been undergoing treatment. They're not physically hurt from examination and the report of the ship's counselor. It would seem that he seems to be in a state of shock, and he's not really coming out of it. They're trying to bring him around, but to really bring him out of it, they would need to start administering some rather powerful antipsychotics, and they're loath to do that without speaking with a representative of his family or some other authority before they do something like that. Because for right now, he's not hurt. He's just not doing well.
Did he have any kind of identification on him?
His clothes were very badly damaged. He had what appeared to be a hyperspanner in his hand when he was recovered, and a communicator, and that's about it.
Clothing-wise, similar to the boarders, or no?
No, he seems to be wearing Civi Klingon clothes. So he doesn't. He does have a house symbol. It's a minor vassal house of a yet again minor family.
Oh,
Okay,
it's a
good.
Klingon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we didn't just like blast someone from the House of Martok or something like that.
Uh-oh. The sheer amount of dishonor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go to the brig and. Yeah.
We'll cut over to Iran in this case as you start heading down.
Yep.
What are you? You're over on the Victoria currently. You're probably. What are you up to over there?
I'm at the helm currently. I think I'm talking to an ensign in engineering that we had moved over because we didn't have a con officer, and I have con experience. But I also multitask as the ship's engineer. So in this case, I'm talking to an ensign dealing with a problem in engineering or something.
Give me presence plus engineering difficulty 2 as you and your ensign try to figure out some of the quirks of the ship.
All right.
Do you want a momentum or give a threat?
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's a 13. It's pretty cool. Task roll 2. I'm guessing warp field dynamics or reverse engineering. No, lead by example. Never mind, lead by example.
Yep,
Should be
I'll
fine.
give you that one.
Yeah.
We'll give you reverse engineering as well.
But lead by example is for talking to people or getting them to do what I want them to do.
Which is exactly what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Got yourself a momentum.
Cool.
Between you and the ensign and you're able to discern that this ship is it's a retake on the Sao Paulo refit model that they did for the Defiant class.
All right.
But again, it is its own thing. It has all of its own weird quirks. The biggest problem the ship has is that because of all the extra security systems it has, it actually is at a less efficient power rating. It actually is down by like 5 power, mechanically speaking. And that's just because all the security systems just draw so much to be in standby, even if the core shuts down. There's like a secondary battery to keep it all going, even in the event that the core is dumped.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. 5 power for just maintaining the security system. Jeez.
Well, they have the polarized, the hyperpolarized structure around the bridge, not the plate, not the hull plating, but like the actual superstructure of the room,
Cool.
and of the engineering bay that makes it hard. That makes it impossible to beam through, and also all the little phaser turrets that are placed everywhere on the ship. They all and so they're drawing quite a bit of power. If anything, there's actually a note in the chief engineer's log that they were intending to install an independent phaser supply to kind of counteract the issue.
All
But they never got around to it.
Cool. All right. Yeah, but if you move that one, that should be the thing that you're looking for. Does that sound okay, Ensign?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, once we have it transferred out, everything should stabilize in the power grid. I just wish I knew a way to shut these things off without setting them off.
Yeah, but, I'll get the codes from Penn later, and I'll meet you in engineering when my shift is over. Aaron out.
Pend, what are you up to?
So the 2 things that I had pre-planned was for the Victoria and the Kismet to work on joint maneuvers. So in case we do come into contact with anyone before we get to the star base, that we are able to work in sync.
Okay.
So we're running simulations.
Or running our. I assume by that you mean connecting the 2 ships' tactical systems together so that our ships are talking, basically.
Yeah, so let's say in the case something does happen, at least we have got the same protocols, tactics. We are ready to actually work together in combat.
It'll be a reason security roll, difficulty of 2, to establish the advantage of joint operations of your ad hoc fleet.
Would one of
Grennan can assist with this because he's the captain of the other ship, and he can
what I was
kind of
going to
work
say
with
is,
you.
would one of the ships be able to assist with like communications command?
Yeah. You'll probably want the Kismet to do that. The Victoria's not very good for that.
Because I was going to say we have communications command, and we do not often get to use that. Or our command isn't that great, but it's not.
It's
awful.
better than the Victoria's right now, which is 1.
Yeah.
I'd like to spend the momentum.
Go for it. Nope. Ooh, and that was close.
I don't think I have a applicable focus. Maybe composure, but that's pushing it. Small crafts?
I'd say no.
small crafts because it's
You're
the
too,
difference in
you're too big.
size. Yeah, so I've got nothing. I'll just try
Ooh,
it.
I'll give you that for increased complication, actually.
I wouldn't.
No, it's not really worth it.
Oh, and do you want me to me as the character to assist? Or
You can, if you want.
was the ship it? Do I have team dynamics?
You could use that, yeah.
Awesome.
There's one.
Oof.
Oh,
Wow. That was
There's just one.
We rolled 3 19s on that.
Jesus.
Highly proficient crew.
Or
Well-
wait, what was the roll?
difficulty 2.
No, what was I I was supposed to roll reason security, doesn't matter anyway, but
It would have been reason security, yeah.
yeah, I did not even roll the right thing. Come to think of it. But it doesn't matter, I rolled a 19, we failed.
You try to do maneuvers over the week, and the biggest problem is that they're very different mission profiles. The Kismet the Kismet's very good at communicating with the Victoria. The problem is you guys are so unfamiliar with how the Victoria works that it comes up with a weird quirk every so often. It'll get to a certain point a little faster than you thought it would, or it will shoot an imaginary target and miss for some reason.
Right.
Like little niggles that keep hanging you up, and over the week it haven't quite hammered down what it is. And frankly, it's a matter of you just need more manpower. You just don't have enough people. In effect, you do learn. And I'll give this to you, because you attempted at all. The Victoria's effective departments are all one because there's not enough people to give the ship anything better than that. Even the base ship systems require people to be there. And you just don't, and if you take too many people from the Kismet's going to suffer.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine.
No, it's just a matter of we don't have the crew of the Victoria over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well-
The Skellington crew.
Skellington crew.
Skellington crew.
Well, if that's the case, the second thing, or the other thing that I had planned was I was going to talk to Aron about a assignment before he takes up the con position. So, Lieutenant, can I have a moment of your time?
Yes, Captain, I suppose.
Commander's fine.
Acting Captain, yeah. But yeah, yes, Commander.
Could you and maybe 2 security personnel just give a complete once-over of the ship? I want to make sure there's nothing hiding, no compartments we should know about. Then once that's finished, you can take up the composition.
It'll take a few hours, but yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. I'd rather not get caught mid-action with a surprise on the ship.
I'll see if I can run a thorough scan of the entire thing and go through the compartments that we have. See if we find anything.
Very well.
I might need some codes potentially, but I'll ask you for them as we go along, I think.
That shouldn't be a problem, but yeah, I'd say make that a priority first before, like I said, before we focus on taking up positions.
All right.
That's to organize a search of the ship with the staff you have.
Yeah, sure. Would the commander mind getting a party together, or I can do it if you're busy.
You can use whoever you wish.
Cool. So guess I roll that.
Well, if you, I can roll it if you want, but I'm just giving you the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the opportunity. I wanna make command one day, you know.
In effect, you can get assistance from Penn because you can check with him about codes and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to do.
Wouldn't it be insight security?
He's organizing the staff aboard to search everything. Because if he does it himself
okay.
personally, it's going to take him all day.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Let's see here. Talking to people about looking for things would.
Ooh, actually,
I don't think infiltration would help.
I do have a suggestion if you want. You can spend 2 momentum to create the advantage right out of the gate. Because you have had a week to kind of do this, so you could have just very methodically searched it until you were 100% sure you looked everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm willing to spend that.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll promise I'll get that back.
Because this is one of those things that this is absolutely where we don't want any surprises.
Exactly. Right. I'll get right to it, Commander Pen.
Very well.
And yeah.
So as you search over the ship, there are a few compartments that are hidden away here or there. A lot of the stuff that you do find compartments that have been empty, though. It seems the crew in its evaluation was rather thorough when they took some of their. But you do find a strange item where it's a small cylinder about the size of your palm, red in color, and it seems to have a contact on one end and a blank spot on the other. Like just like an actual like a push button of some kind.
Okay.
Since the tricorder of the security team that found it weren't sure what their sensors were, what the tricorder was. They assumed that the metal is baffling in some sense or very dense.
All right. I'll run it to my tricorder.
Yes, because you have the engineering tricorder.
Yeah.
Which I think actually does something.
It makes certain things more easier.
Yeah.
I would engineer a bit of a break, whereas I wouldn't that same break to a medical officer.
Oh yeah, no, right. No, I just have to look. Let me pull out the book because it specifically gives a set of things that you can do with a engineering tricorder.
Is it in the engineering book or the core book?
Operations book.
Operations?
It's like out of the operations book, the engineering tricorder is one of 3 useful things.
Yeah.
I will take just about the opportunity to make fun of the engineering rule, the ops.
Page 5455.
Yeah, page 54, 55.
54. Engineering tricorder. This device is essentially a standard that has been modified to locate and diagnose problems in technological devices.
It says reduces the difficulty of attempts to locate energy sources, diagnose problems with technological devices by 1. So probably not useful in this case, but I guess it's really one of those. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Maybe put it on the sheet.
Because there will come a time when we're gonna want that.
I'm altering my tricorder to an engineering tricorder.
Because, yeah. Well, I think you have both, or you might only have the.
I have an engineering kit, so
presumably the engineering tricorder is tucked in with it.
With the kit, but you also have a standard tricorder.
Okay.
Because the engineering tricorder can't do any kind of biological scans.
No, of course. All right, but I run my tricorders over it.
Just sort of say before you roll.
Yeah.
If we found it during the week, would I have been able to get the Kismet's science department to assist in trying to identify the object?
Well, I assume this is him just doing the scan as soon as he receives it.
Yeah,
and we can move from there.
Yeah, I think if it's strange in material and their tricorders say it's voodoo, I look at it and I hope they don't move it by hand.
No.
Because...
They scanned it. They found it. Let's scan it before we pick it up because it might be a bomb.
Exactly.
And we don't know what it is. Cool. We're letting Aran know about this and see what he wants us to do.
I'm an EOD technician. Not really.
So yeah, he's gonna do that first. So reason engineering difficulty 2. I'd give the GM a threat.
Yeah, I'll
And
reverse
I'd
engineer.
give him. I'd give him 3. Really make sure you get it.
Just give the GM a threat.
I give the
Oh,
GM a threat.
Because you get a reroll, and I'd say reverse engineering probably applies for this.
Not for scanning, right?
No, I wouldn't say so.
If
Oh,
I
really?
want to make more of them, I could reverse engineer it later.
But right
or if
now,
I
I
really want to
guess.
find out what it is. But I'm gonna scan it. I don't have any focuses used. Task roll of 3.
Oh.
2 momentum.
2 momentum. I said
Hey,
I
you
was
said you're gonna get it back.
Yeah, I keep my promises. Cool. 4 successes. Jesus.
What we got?
Am I getting a message on Discord? I am. Cool. I'm gonna have to look up what this is.
Yes, when you type up nuclear bomb in Google, it should give you a good explanation.
Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. It seems cool. It seems cool. Mm.
The question is, how screwed are we?
Mm. Mm.
I mean, you would have to report this considering the security also found it.
Yes.
Yes, this is not a you can hide it sort of thing.
I mean, he can. He just should.
Probably shouldn't. All right. So, I run to Pend.
This is Pend.
Commander, we've found a a portable chronoton field generator. I strongly suggest that we put this in the stasis field now, so that it isn't touched and isn't disturbed in any other way. Because I don't know how stable this is.
Through the week we've been on the Victoria, do we know if we have the facilities to do that?
You do. There's an engineering section. It does have the standard Starfleet stuff that would be in there.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Especially considering what this ship was meant for. I'm sure it has some kind of security locker for this kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get a nice strong box for this, and we're gonna put this away.
So that'll probably be a good idea. I'll inform the captain of what you've found.
Yeah, I'll have to read up a little bit more about these things and then cross-reference the ship's logs about it if I can find it. But it shouldn't be a problem if we keep it safe.
Very well. Make sure it's secured and doesn't cause an issue.
Yes, sir.
Whose ship is that on?
Hail from Starbase to approaching ships.
On screen.
Takes a little bit. You see the image of Starfleet Command pop up on screen, and you see the image for badge for Starbase 21.
Oh, so what? 2 different hails?
It's more. It's identify. It's code. It's you're catching the code screens that are letting you know who's sending the message.
Okay.
And then popping on screen is where are you? Appears to be a Bolian with command pips at his neck. Although he seems to be wearing a black color instead of a red collar.
Oh no.
USS Kismet. This is Commander Lieme Hinkte. You are hereby ordered to come to a halt and stay where you are. Do not continue movement. Hold until further orders are given.
Understood.
If you require any shore leave or any urgent use of Starbase, you are authorized to use shuttlecraft to approach as needed.
I think as things stand, we are fine for
Yeah, so-
now.
Very well. You are authorized to speak with. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact base traffic control, and they will further your calls. Starbase out.
And the captain whaps his hand on the, on the seat, and he just goes, "Ah, damn it!"
Yo.
Victoria to Kismet.
On screen.
Captain, we've just found a nice surprise hidden on the ship.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, we've just found a chronotronic field generator.
Oh, that just completes the day now, doesn't it?
I'm guessing you've just been contacted by our fun friends.
Indeed, we've been instructed to hold position. We are not to approach the starbase.
I wonder why, Captain. I mean, in theory, we could disregard those orders, but that would be an entirely command decision.
Actually, I want to look at the codes. This person who just contacted me is a commander, right?
I appeared on screen. He appeared to be a commander,
I want
likely
to
of
look-
intelligence.
Okay, I want to look up this commander more specifically to see if this commander has any rank over me.
Captain, could you send me those codes, please?
Understood. Because that's mainly my what I'm wondering. Okay, recent command. I'm not even going to spend any momentum on this one.
I'll roll the ship for you.
Oh, ship gets to help. I don't think I have a focus. Oh, then I roll a second one. Oh, God.
Can I assist
Oh.
as I asking for the codes? Can I assist?
Well, it doesn't matter. I didn't get anything.
That was something to see.
Oh my God, I'm rolling crap tonight.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're rolling amazing if it was any other system.
Uh-huh.
Like, hell.
No dice.
Access denied.
Of course it is.
Can I have his codes?
You look up the codes. You're getting the same thing. It seems to be just you don't have the clearance to know.
Yeah.
All you know is that clearance is above yours.
No,
Yeah,
I was just
that-
wondering, is it one of my intelligence, or is it actually like other intelligence?
It has Starfleet It has a Starfleet intelligence prefix to it that you can see on a glance, like just
Yeah.
without even putting it through the computer. It's like, oh, well, that's the prefix we use to indicate what department it's from.
Unfortunately, it seems that I failed the initial roll to ask any questions about the legitimacy of this. So that it sounds like that entire path of questioning has just been closed off to us. Because
Well-
I just failed.
Add a command task.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That hurt. That hurt my pride.
Yeah.
Well, good thing there's so little of that left.
Okay.
Orders, Captain.
Hold position. Any ships on scanners.
Myth can roll a reason plus science roll. Difficulty 0. Someone on the Victoria can assist with this as well, with the Kismet ship assisting.
I think we'll just have Myth do the roll because Myth is gonna.
3 momentum.
Yep.
That was
Yep.
reason medicine.
Oh, well, it doesn't make a difference.
And
And now we're at
focus for it, so
full.
cool.
That was quick.
Man, that hurt. Sounds like something just dropped out of warp.
The Kismet.
Oh,
You
Oh.
ordered hold position, so they're
Oh,
dropping
yes.
out of warp, so they can do that.
yes. Okay.
Hold position in warp.
Drive in circles.
I assume the Victoria would have dropped out at the same time.
Yeah, because they're following the Kismet's lead.
So, to
So-
answer that question,
Any ships on sensors?
To answer your question, there are there's nothing within close range, but at the extreme edges of your sensor range, like you're reaching out all the way into the across the sector with a little bit of help from Starbase and various other ships in the area that kind of recognize that that it's a Starfleet vessel looking for something. So other ships kind of go, oh, well, since you're looking, since I caught your sensor ping, I'll send you my sensor data to kind of extend the bubble. Because you're well into Starfleet space, so the range is exaggerated quite a bit. But various things pop up on your sensors, but nothing within the immediate area. Nothing within long to close range.
Right. No ships approaching, Captain.
no ships approaching.
Affirmative.
That's odd. Where did that message for us come from?
Starbase, about a few light years ahead of you.
I see. Okay. It came specifically from the Starbase.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Origination puts it at Starbase 27.
Understood. Being backed into a corner here.
Sir.
They don't want us to deliver this ship to Starbase.
I believe our orders were to bring the ship back to the Federation, though, Captain.
Which we've done.
Indeed.
Now the
But it
question
appears the situation is out of our hands now.
that it is. Now, actually, wait. I have a question. The were specifically for me, correct? Or was it for that order given to both ships?
It was given to both ships. It was given to Kismet, and both ships were instructed to stop.
Damn it, okay.
Are the comms still open?
You can open them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they're end closed at Starbase. You could call Starbase again. And if anything, they're kind of talking to your flight officers anyway to give them navigation updates and the like.
no, I
Alright,
mean
yeah,
between
actually-
the two ships.
Oh yeah, you can still. You guys didn't bother closing it, so it's probably still open.
Captain, I've got a suggestion if you wish to slightly curtail the order.
I think I might have an idea where you're going with this, Lieutenant.
It seems that the Victoria is having issues with its navigation systems and we can't quite stop. Would you please assist us by following us?
More so, what I was thinking is that there are a couple of people on board the Kismet who are currently in need of rather intense medical attention.
It would seem so. It is also a medical emergency. Plus, we've just found a very dangerous piece of technology which needs to be handed over.
That is also true. In that case, I suppose the matter's out of our hands, Mr. Pend.
It appears so. We clearly have to focus on the well-being of our guests.
Agreed. You have your reasons, the Kismet has theirs. Funny how things work out.
Yes, hysterical, Captain.
Very well. Very well.
Maybe instead of continuing at maximum warp, we should slow down to sell the illusion of the Victoria is having a malfunction and moving forward.
Well, I thought we were going to try and sell the out of character here. I thought we were going to try and sell the Chronoton thing for you guys.
I mean, we can do all of it.
Yeah, just throw a huge pile of shit at them and let them try to sort it out. The more there is, the heavier.
Precisely. Figure this shit out.
No.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I say we proceed. Warp 7.
Understood,
Captain?
Hmm?
Your con officer kind of looks over their shoulder at you. Says, Captain?
Yes.
We were given orders to come to a stop by Starbase.
Yes. Yes, we were given orders by a commander. I'm a captain. My orders supersede theirs.
Sir, those were Starfleet command codes. It was from Starbase. Are we going against orders, sir?
As I've said, we have an individual who is. Am I correct in my assessment that they are critically injured?
In
They're
Altera.
hospitalized.
They did say shuttlecraft to transport injured personnel, though.
Damn. That's
Yeah, that's something you're looking, as they did say use shuttlecraft for matters such as that, and a matter such as that would also include the rod. Vader's not saying jack shit. I'm not even sure if he's there. I think he's in the brig. But you're also that little Chronoton, whatever the hell it is.
Okay, you're right.
But also,
Shuttlecraft to bring that over as well.
if the Victoria is having malfunction problems with their navigation system, the Kismet it should have to escort it in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, that becomes your logical fallback, but you just had that discussion in front of 2 bridge crews.
Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna not do that because that was a conversation that you should have had with me in private, Pen.
You also could have had that with me in private.
You both sucked ass in that situation, hey?
Yeah, well, we're kind of stuck in a there's nothing we can do. We were given direct orders. Guess we're gonna sit here then. So yeah, in that case, yeah, I guess we are gonna sit here then. I can't think of a way to go against those orders without, breaking the rules.
That's what I assume, sir. It's been a long week.
Yes, it has. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna sit here then.
I'm just confused of why my con officer is suddenly good at his fucking job.
What's
Okay.
that?
Oh no. So, yeah, in that case, I guess we're gonna wait.
Okay. You wait. You're both at all stop.
One thing I noticed, I didn't get to ask the prisoners the stuff.
Yes, we'll cut down
Yes.
to the prisoners down there. And I am getting the scanner read. There's just a lot here.
Like, I'm just trying to figure out what we can do here.
You're trying to be a worm in the mud.
Oh, that's why I'm not sending the right stuff. I'm looking at the wrong part of the sheet. Dude.
That does help.
Yep. God dang it. There. I just muted myself. So, Mr. Verdun, or Mr. Varder, I should say.
Yep.
You're down with the Klingons right now?
Yep.
They are sitting quietly.
Which one amongst you would speak for the others? Dead silence, just nothing.
They're looking at you. They seem to acknowledge that you're talking.
None of you will speak for the other ones?
They continue looking at you in Klingon.
They look at you and
Do any of you even speak?
screams in Spanish.
Cries in Japanese.
This is about as far as I expected to get, honestly.
You can attempt a presence plus security difficulty 5 to try to get them to talk.
Oh God. I mean, we
Do it.
do. I mean, what talents and focuses do you have, Varder?
Talents, constantly watching, quick to action, and veteran. And focuses guerrilla, chain of command, hand phasers, survival, athletics, and lead by example. So nothing really for interrogation.
Well, I think if you have prior knowledge of chain of command could be used, because asserting dominance over a group is how you talk to Klingons.
What you could do is you could do we'd give you 2 momentum. You'd spend your determination for the value more can always be learned.
True.
And you'd get a die that automatically rolls a 1, so that's 2 successes. And then I'd give you 2 momentum to buy a 3rd die on your regular rolls. So you'd have 3 dice, and you'd have to roll a success on each one.
I've got a 9 and a 5, so it's possible.
I'd honestly go
Good
for it.
And what? 2 momentum for 3 on the the thing.
Uh-huh.
And Myth makes a good point with chain of command, though I'm not entirely sure if it's applicable to these Klingons.
No, that's Aaron.
Aaron, I for some reason apparently confuse you two in voice when I'm not looking at your names.
I mean, technically,
So-
you were ordered by the captain, so you are following chain of command.
Increased complication for chain of command.
I'd do it. I'd take that
Okay.
increased complication.
So we're down we're down to 4 then.
So 2
it's 2.
successes because of determination spend,
Mm-hmm.
with more can always be learned.
Yep.
And 3 dice, da 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 da.
Comp 3 now.
Because of the value determination 8.
No, GM just spent for it to make complication
Oh,
3.
thank you, GM.
Little smiley face.
Throw them into a range and they kill everyone.
Dick.
Okay. Hit
I
it. Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Cool.
And roll your challenge die. See if see if you get your determination back.
Nope.
Nope. That's okay. Now the GM has to actually give you something.
He was like, "This is a very hard roll," and it's like, "Okay, how can we fake it?"
Just give me 5 minutes, let me make something up quickly in Klingon.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me see this.
Your mother was a Targ, and your father smelled of blood wine,
Gach. Probably Gach.
and your mother smelled of Gach.
Hmm. Well, at least they didn't say your mother has a flat forehead.
Ooh. Ooh.
Or your mother has a flat nose. To barter.
Nah. I'm
That would
being
be
sent stuff.
cruel. They're being sent stuff.
Yeah, it's the
Captain.
GM just saying the
Oh.
words "fuck off."
Motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Captain,
What?
a trio of runabouts have been launched from the starbase. Estimated time of arrival, 6 hours.
Understood. What do we get from our prison?
Varder to captain.
Grennan here.
Not exactly getting anything out of them in terms of words, but they very clearly understand what I'm saying. It's how to explain it, especially it almost seems like they've been trying or wanting to communicate with us, but something is preventing them from being able to do so.
Oh?
I'm not an expert in that matter.
Right.
My immediate suggestion or thought would be if we could have a psychic. I don't know if there is one of those present on the ship off the top of my head.
I don't know if... Oh,
Wait, what?
I have an idea.
Am I hearing that in my head?
You just get a sense of it.
Okay.
Like, and it doesn't seem anything. It's not even in your head. You're kind of, they shift their body a little bit. They kind of look at you in a certain way, and you kind of feel that in your, like, you kind of, you get not in your head, but you put together what they're trying to tell you.
I'll
Empaths.
keep you updated, Captain, as it develops.
Oh, is... you have a suspicion?
I'll let you know.
Let's see. Say, Myth, I have a question for you.
And
yes,
that's
sir.
farther out, yeah.
Myth looks up distracted from her science station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I'm curious. On board the Victoria, it sounds like they've found a chronoton field generator. I want you to work over comms with Lieutenant Iran and see if you can determine exactly what kind of effects this field generator would have when activated.
Very well, Captain. If possible, we might be able to analyze it better on board the Kismet. However, if you wish to avoid transporting it, that's understandable.
Agreed. Well, we are allowed to use shuttles.
I don't believe the ore is prohibited to transport either.
Agreed, but this device in particular I would prefer to not transport.
Wise, Captain.
In which case, for the time being, I'd like you to go over to the Victoria, retrieve Lieutenant Iran and the chronoton field generator, return to the Kismet to perform analysis.
Very well, sir.
And in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go into my ready room, and I'm gonna start actually looking over sort of just bylaws, just trying to figure a way that we can keep moving. Because the biggest problem is we want to get to Starbase with the Victoria.
So just, are you hindered from speaking aloud against your will? I've got to ask the questions and I get the replies.
Me, Reason Con Div 3 Comp 2.
I mean, could you contact Pend?
So hang on. Well, you'll see.
Okay.
So can I use my focus in law?
Definitely.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like this is absolutely what that is for.
Enlightened Klinger.
And I can't use command, can I?
I could give you my con, but you just need to be in contact with me.
Why were your vessels hiding out in the nebula?
Okay. With my next milestone, I might move a point from science to con.
Was your mission the
Honestly.
capture of the Defiant class vessel?
Hold on. So, I'm gonna spend, because it's difficulty 3, comp 2. You know? I forgot. Quick question. The captain's ability that lets me give a determination to someone else. Do I have to have a determination in order to do that?
Yes, because you have to give something that you have.
Okay.
Yeah, I've also got that as well.
No, you've got a slightly different one.
No, if you spend 3 momentum, I can give someone my determination.
Yeah, that's what he.
Oh, actually, the XO thing, the 3 momentum is the payment. For the captain, you have to use up their determination.
Yeah, for the captain. Yeah, for the captain, I have to use my own.
Whereas the XO can go, you're within my range. I can hear you, and you spent determination. Pierce some XO, pat on the back, 3 momentum's gone. But it has to happen immediately. Like the moment they spend it, you have to give it to them. So you have to have the momentum before they roll.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So here's what I think I'm gonna do. If you guys on this.
Go for it. And which authority sent you on this mission?
And so that means I'm rolling 4d20, comp range 2, focus used. Here we go. Hang on. Because I got 2 momentum back from that, can I use that 2 momentum to cancel that complication?
You also have ship assists via computers.
Someone roll that for me?
Yep.
Yeah.
So was it computers what con?
Yes.
Con, yeah.
Emperor of the Klingon Empire?
Oh shoot, I rolled my command by accident. So that was that one is actually a 0. Didn't mean to roll my command. So I'm gonna have to spend our last momentum to cancel that complication. But I did it.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess I've never heard of that before.
Okay, so
you go the big thing that's hanging you up, and it's the thing you ran into, is that you don't know how far it goes. But in a pinch, you realize through your law knowledge and from the classes that when it comes to big issues, even if it comes to big issues like admiral issues, just boil to make it simpler on yourself and to conceptualize it. You boil it down to how a ship would operate. If a captain is the head of a ship, then the admiral is the head of the bigger ship that is. So you can always have a person. If someone like say a lieutenant commander told one of their ensigns, "Don't question me, do it." That ensign is supposed to do it, but it's entirely within their. If they think something's weird, they could go to the captain. Now the risk of that is if that was a valid order, you won't get in legal trouble. You're just being slow to act on your order. In this case, you calling the admiralty, one of the admirals of the fleet above you, and checking with them, going, "Hey, so what's going on? Can I get clarification on this? Can I know how much I have to listen to this guy?" The gamble is there. You don't know if the admiral himself thumbs it up, or if this guy got orders from on even higher than him. But if nothing else, the admiral can at least clarify things for you, because if you don't have clearance, the admiral probably does, and if they don't, you can just keep going up the chain until you hit somebody who does.
And
Eventually, and if they tell you to stop looking, they'll tell you to stop looking. There's no
And-
harm in asking.
if this is what I think it is, I might have a solution. Here's my thought. If this goes up as high as I think it does, it's gonna take me a while to get that word back. It's gonna take me a while to get the word back that yes, I absolutely have to follow orders. Correct? And in that time, I'm allowed to keep moving as long as I'm questioning these orders. Correct?
You could, if you thought the orders were invalid, just ignore the order. The problem is, if it is valid, you're on the hook for disobeying a direct order. It's one of those things where you could either, like someone, if you ordered a ensign to do it, if a lieutenant commander ordered an ensign to shut down the reactor, the ensign technically is supposed to just do that, but they could say just walk over to the captain and hope that the captain doesn't want that to happen, or they shut down the reactor and then go up to the captain and go, "Hey, so and so gave me this order. Are you okay with that?" And that's, in either case, the second one's the safest option. The first one, depending on the scenario, is either something worth a medal or something worth a not a court martial, but a disciplinary meeting.
Action. I see.
Do you know anything of a Scale 7 alien vessel that was in the area? I believe it was Scale 7, if I remember correctly.
It was fuck huge.
It was fucking huge.
Yeah.
Alien unidentified vessel, yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna ask Penn to start looking at. I basically what I want Penn to do is I want him to start climbing the ladder, so to speak.
You mean the secret ladder?
Asking, basically questioning those orders. We're not going to move yet.
Yeah, that's a valid course of action.
Yes,
It's perfectly legal.
Yeah, we're absolutely allowed to ensure that these orders are legal, and I think and here's the thing, I think we are within our right, considering that these orders were given while we're on a mission involving Starfleet intelligence secrets, and we want clarification.
Yep. It's one of those things that sometimes, especially with weird orders like that, it doesn't hurt to ask, especially when the default position is not moving as opposed to go blow up your ship. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm questioning that.
Right.
So, do you really want me to contact my people in intelligence?
Yeah, because it sounds like that's who we're dealing with. And I know a thing or two about law, but if I know something about intelligence communities, it's that they can sometimes bend the law when it suits them.
I'm guessing
No offense.
You'd be asking me to ask this in private, correct?
I would say no, as it stands right now, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that this order is legit publicly, to show that we're doing everything correctly and by the book. That's the point.
Very well, Captain. I shall attempt to... And Penn looks a bit uncomfortable saying this. Attempt to contact my mother, then.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that who it is? Oh my god.
I mean, we all have
Oh.
friends in high places.
Wow. Wow, though. Well, you know what they say, Lieutenant Penn. You know what they say, Commander. Sorry. You know what they say, Commander Penn. Mother really does know best.
Yeah, sure.
And the captain cuts the comms.
So, if I was to contact Azalon, would that be a security or a con? Or is that still an option?
That's an option. You could ask them to, ask your friends, don't go through official channels, or you could ask them, no, do me an open favor. I need you to look in every channel you can actually reach. And it's like, the benefit either way is that with secret, you might get, the benefit of not being found out, but you're likely to get the most accurate information. Openly, there might be some attempts to hide it. Or to give incomplete information, but on the plus side, it's out in the open and it doesn't look like you're doing anything untoward. But she's good either way. It doesn't hurt her either way. It'll hurt you, not her. If this goes sideways.
Oh, damn it! I'll go.
And you know the situation on the ground better than she does, so it's like whether which call you want to make. I'm safe in my office. It doesn't matter to me.
That frustration I hear.
I'll go security.
Uh-oh. The complications that stays away. And you just made me do a security roll instead of the other one. Thank you. Doop.
Can I use either poker face or composure?
Composure, so you don't lose your nerve.
And I'm going to give you 3 threat.
Two of it, so I'm only getting 1. The other side gets a bonus D20 due to a ability they have. So I have to. The first die I got for free anyway, but I have to spend for the other one.
Yeah, that's fine. But at least with threat spend for. Oh shit! No, that's. Never mind. 1 second. I'm a dum-dum. Never mind. I'll still go with this route. I just forgot which boulder had its bolt command.
Future arc.
Just take all of the bolts.
6 bolts.
I mean,
I bolded everything.
I mean, I've got collaboration con. It's just I just forgot which boulder had for a second.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So fuck. I'm gonna roll it.
Just asking the Klingons if there's anything you've specifically wanted to
yeah.
communicate with us or to us.
I'll answer that real quick
Yep.
before I roll. I'm in the wrong thing. That would have gone to myth.
Depending on how. Depending on
Yeah,
how.
I've already
good the
got a
roll
lot of
is,
information.
Could I get her to also openly do it? Depending if I beat her by a certain amount.
Yeah, you could probably create an advantage out of it. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much I beat you by.
Not enough.
What was it, tie?
The other side will suffer a complication as in the questioning and in the secret, like she puts you in contact with certain people that can ask questions unofficially. Get certain subspace numbers to contact. That way, she herself isn't moving, but she can get you people that should help you skip the line a little bit. And one person you're talking to, it looks like he might tell you something, and he's hemming and hawing, and you know from training that this guy, he's gonna say something. You just have to wait it out. If you don't say nothing, he'll just crack and he'll say it. And next thing you know, you see 2 people on either side of him walk into frame, and they grab him by the shoulders and haul him out of his chair and drag him away as he's questioning what the heck's going on. And you hear a door open and close, and the channel just kind of stays open for a little bit before it closes.
Oh shit.
Well.
Oh my god.
The KGB got him.
Pen to Captain Grennan.
And why is that?
Grennan here.
I don't know how best to put this, but the person I was in contact with has quite literally just been abducted out of his office and taken away.
Oh no.
GM, here's a question. Under these circumstances, would it be safe to question these orders? If basically saying, in an attempt to get our orders confirmed, the person who would confirm our orders was abducted right in front of us, we suspect foul play.
Do you have evidence of the foul play would be the issue?
Well, I assume we do, because
Just save the video, yeah.
Yeah.
In theory, you could, but you have a funny feeling something's wrong here. You can, without rolling, this feels like a trap. Like just a tingle in the back of your head that's what they want you to do. Because they let you see them. You could go with it anyway and hope that it's with knowledge of forethought that yes, it's a trap, I'll deal with it when it comes up. But you get a feeling something's off.
No, I'm not gonna step into their hands.
From when are you then?
Huh?
That's not a good question.
Yeah, exactly. GM's having me ask the questions I asked of the Klingons out loud. Replying to
This is very fun.
okay. Just to check, what time are we in again right now?
Current year by common era.
76?
7-7.
Yeah, no, we're
77 now.
Yeah, we hit 77. I think in game like a couple weeks ago.
Oh fuck!
What?
It's like 1,000 years different.
Oof.
Yeah, unfortunately, Captain, we're kind of in a situation of rock and hard place, and it's not getting any better.
Yep. Although I want to know what Myth comes up with.
Speaking of, I think Myth has had time to return from the Victoria, probably.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Myth, when you take hold and you start, you get custody of the item, you start shuttling over.
Mm-hmm.
What about me? Don't leave me here.
Does anyone else go with Myth back to the Kismet?
I ought to.
Yeah, my orders were for Myth to retrieve Lieutenant Iran and the device.
Oh, okay, so you both get to suffer.
Then
You start flying over. Ooh, all the lights shut off, and the thing and then thankfully, little auxiliary lights start flickering to life, but only barely.
Question. Now, this is not my best interest, but I still want to ask it. Is this an electronic thing that would have impacted my system?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, who are they to the Klingons?
Have you
while
just
Myth
killed
shuts
the
down?
femdroid?
I have not.
Bye, Myth.
Femdroid.
Has the GM.
I will answer to stall a little. I'll answer Varder.
The GM's just fucked up.
What was the question again, Varder? Sorry.
Who are they? Because they just said that they are communicated they are coming. I'm gonna have to tell the captain something. It's like, how did you get this information? Well, they didn't say it, so it's kind of, you gotta take my word.
And as for our good Myth, a bunch of challenges are coming your way, unresisted.
Oh, fun.
So Zort.
He's just killed the fucking.
Zort.
On the plus side, it's non-lethal. Well, that's weird.
Well, it depends on
Okay,
how much
not
it takes,
good.
though.
And you do have the engineer.
Oh boy, that's a lot. Okay.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
here
and
to-
that bypasses the android.
And that bypasses Android resistance.
Yeah, as if all your power, as if various bits of your body start powering down. Like all of a sudden, the power just isn't there anymore.
Yeah. All right, so I'm.
You can spend 2 threat or 1 momentum on threat to avoid the injury, so you don't go out. I don't know if you want to do that, but that's an option.
If I avoid the injury, what happens is I still like have that injury. It's just that if I do something else, I don't go down, right?
You only keep the injury if you use determination.
Yeah.
If you avoid the
Okay.
injury, the downside with avoid the injury is you can only do that once per scene.
And
Determination, you can use it as long as you have determination to spend it.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking though, if you take the injury, I bet
What sort of?
Ron could sort you out.
Yeah,
6
jumper cables to
non-lethal
nipples.
will
It's
be
fine.
unconscious, but it's non-lethal.
Yeah, you'll just power down and go into standby mode because your body's like, oops.
Comparatively,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
going
Like,
with
like it'd be like power goes out, and Ron's like, trying to get power up. Hey, Myth, can you reroute to secondary control?
And Myth
Yeah.
is just like the eyes open, staring out the
Yeah.
front, completely collapsed.
Lieutenant Myth.
So Iran, yeah, you're in a very dim shuttlecraft. Yeah.
Is she smoking?
No, she's just sitting there.
Well,
Good.
I mean,
means nothing is shorted out.
Oh shush!
I
Also,
mean,
how long do we
it
have?
depends who you ask.
You've got your cations. Behave.
All right. Well, my first reaction to this is that usually never happens to me. Then again, I haven't been in a shuttle for half a month now.
So you're telling me you've not been playing the cockpit?
God.
And I will come to North Ireland and punch you.
Wrong part of the country.
Oh, I will come to North Ireland and punch you from there.
Just wander around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that big a place, right?
No. Either way. Fuck. That's on screen. Fuck, that is.
Yeah. Yeah, because everything just kind of pew off. It's like, well, that's not supposed to happen.
All right. Auxiliary power is working.
Barely.
Barely. Is the box that I keep the Chronoton field generator in perhaps glowing or emitting a sound?
No, it's kind of just sitting in its box.
Okay. Because I think it was kept safe by the shields or the really like the polarized hulls from the Victoria rather than the shell of the Angelo, that is. So this is a bad thing. I think I need another smart person here, so I'm gonna.
He
I'm
needs
gonna
an
get start-
adult.
Fuck off. I need someone. I need someone to toss ideas to, and then have them returned to me better, rather than the smoking husk of Myth.
You can try talk to the computer, and players can help you because the computer can kind of chime in and help you out as best as it can, anyway.
That's fair. Computer status report.
Fucked.
I guess that.
Computer stats report.
Shields offline. Main
Shit's
flight
fucked.
support offline. Engines offline.
Shit's fucked.
Communication systems disabled. Computer systems disabled. Engines disabled. Sensor systems destroyed. Structure disabled. Weapons disabled. Critical failure on all systems. Cause unknown.
Life support?
That falls
Nice.
under structure.
And I think that falls under all systems.
Cool.
So,
Cool.
life support is draining, so you only have a certain amount of air that's in the backup tanks.
I mean,
Alright.
would we detect this on board the Kismet?
Roll for me. A
Depends if someone stepped up to the science console, I think.
I mean, the officer would have on the bridge, but
roll for me 2 dice on behalf of the ship. Oh, can you do that actually?
Yeah, you can. The ship can roll more than 1 die.
Have it roll 2 dice using sensors plus science.
Ha! And it's our sensor science. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever the difficulty you were going to have us deal with, it's brought down by 1.
It generated 1 momentum.
Nice.
As one of the, because the department thing isn't just the ship, it's also the crew, the
Right.
nameless crew
Yeah.
that are aboard. So one of the random science officers, not even the guy at the bridge, it's just some guy doing a project to check on various subspace anomalies, and he notices something weird, and the shuttle stopped. He kind of calls up to the bridge and informs the bridge that the shuttlecraft has come to a complete halt. It's powered down. He doesn't know why.
That's not good. I turned to whoever's at like tactical control. I said, lock a tractor beam onto the shuttle and bring it in.
This will actually require a roll from an NPC.
That I'm fine with that.
A tactical.
It is a control security task difficulty 2, assisted by ship's structure security.
I do want to note for the record that advanced sensors would not have worked for that role.
Oh, it wouldn't have?
No, it requires a character to perform an action.
Ah,
But a character
Then-
performs a task assisted by the ship's sensors.
then we didn't get that momentum.
You did. The difficulty was 0, so
Oh,
it just needed to get something above 0. Because if it didn't get that,
Right.
it would have been, yeah, the shuttle's there, and wouldn't known anything else, and wouldn't have reported anything.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was more a note for future.
Okay, so I guess we'll spend a crew support.
Gotta just use Dref's character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we're not using that character.
I mean, it could be. There's enough time for people who've been transferred back and forth.
Oh no, he's tactical on
Yeah,
the-
he's specifically on the Victoria.
Yeah, and support characters you can kind of clone pretty quickly like that. So another specialist in the security department with similar abilities is there.
Yeah.
What's roles? It's control or dare in security.
Control security. Double check. Control security.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Targeting
take-
systems as a focus.
Yeah, actually.
Take a momentum.
Character doesn't have talent, so doesn't
That's
matter.
okay. But we want the nice, and we get it back, I think.
Yeah. You also have the ship to roll. Structure security.
Structure security, yeah. I'll roll it. Structure. We're only rolling 1 die this time. Security.
There you go.
Mm.
So
That one.
That's 3 successes. 3 successes. 3 momentum.
Nice.
Yep. They have tractor beam locked on.
Bring them into the shuttle bay. Have the
Captain, their hull's coming apart. I can hold it steady. If I don't move it, I can keep it from falling apart. But it looks like their structure systems are disabled. It's not holding itself together properly. It's like its panels are unriveted.
Okay.
I could try to pull it in, but I'll have to be very careful. But it'd be better if they had their structural integrity field repaired.
Can Iran do something about that on his end?
Yeah, he's suiting up into a EVA suit because he recognizes that this situation is fucked, and he's gonna save the the Thing and Myth.
Yeah, and she doesn't need a EV suit.
I know.
Correct. He's
So
an
easy
engineer.
to- Yeah, I know full well that she doesn't breathe. We spend a lot of time together.
Oh my. So Iran is suiting up to and grabbing the device, or are you trying to repair the shuttle?
I think he's reticent to actually grab the device, but he's gonna scan it again, see if it emits a power signature or something.
Uh,
A detected container.
I
If
think
I-
you need to get out of there first.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out of there first. We can get it later.
what I can tell you is that when you scan it, you're not seeing any box, because the box is meant to contain anything it would be emitting. So
Yeah.
if it is emitting something, either the box is hiding it or it's not doing anything.
So the question
mean,
is, do you want to? So are you going to suit up, grab the box and Myth, and just make a jump?
Or are you going to try and repair the ship?
I'm not gonna repair this ship right now.
Well, because if you could just hold the ship together, we could bring you into the shuttle bay.
Not that
Well,
he knows
I
that.
don't know that because you're not talking to me, and I can't talk to you.
Right, but wouldn't you see that we've locked a tractor beam on you?
I
What's
can,
that?
and I see that you're pulling my ship apart, Lisa.
Yeah, he probably, if anything, he would have seen the blue wheel out the front screen and then heard rattling as the hull plating seems to be coming apart. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And the ship kind of tells him structural integrity field, structure being compromised.
Yeah, and he does the fuck this shit, I'm out. And he puts the suit on, and grabs Myth. Heavy motherfucker, and then just opens an
Hey,
airlock.
you never comment on a woman's weight.
It's not a woman; it's a femdroid. An android.
And are you just trying to get outside of the shuttle, or are you trying to get to one of the ships?
I'm gonna try to get out to begin with, and then we're gonna haul ass at the Kismet, I think, because it has an open backside that I can.
Once
coast
you're
into.
clear, you could be beamed aboard anyway.
Yeah, that too. Fitness con diff 3. Cool.
Take some momentum.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Or don't. He's not he is the boss of you, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
I have small crafts. We have used it before for this kind of thing, even though it's extra.
Vehicular.
Yeah.
I would increase the contribution.
I
Slap my
wouldn't.
hand on that.
So yeah, no, don't take the.
Depends what your con is, I think.
Yeah, what's your con?
My con is 3.
I wouldn't.
No.
It's
I would.
marginal.
Roll my
I'd
12.
I'd give the what I'd do is I'd give the GM 1 threat and spend 2 momentum.
Yeah.
To roll 4 dice.
4 dice. Cool. I'm gonna do that. Rolling 4.
Ooh.
Oh boy. What goes
Mm,
wrong?
Hold on. Could I spend a determination for this? Let's see here.
Old habits die hard.
I think it's Old Habits Die Hard.
That's good.
Cool.
So
You're
you're
rolling
gonna
the fails, I assume.
Yeah, reroll 2.
Reroll 2.
Could reroll all 4. You might get 2s out of them.
Lower it now.
Nice try, GM.
Rolling 2. Cool.
Nice, and we get a
Nice.
momentum out of it.
Yeah.
Actually, you're aboard the ship. That's good. Just as you kind of step onto the deck of the shuttle bay, and actually, once you get within near the shuttle doors, the flight crew that are there use the tinier tractor beams to kind of catch you and guide you the rest of the way in. And when you
Aw, you guys.
and just as you set your feet down, and your EVA suit. Oh wait, did you bring the device with you or no?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
thought you
your
did.
suit's fine. Never mind.
I didn't bring it because it fucks with things. It's a bad thing, and it's
Now free floating in space.
currently yes.
A different
Oh,
hope.
I love those threat spends.
Farther to Captain Grennan.
Do I have it in my hand?
Grennan here.
We seem to have a temporal directive situation.
Fuck yeah.
Oh dear. What are we dealing with?
Oh no! Is
As
there
the
actually
shuttle
an
explodes in space.
Fuck.
Rip the Angelo. You were a good ship.
Would you
Captain,
like to
it's
come
just
to
my
the bridge,
favorite one.
Would you like to have this conversation over communications, Captain, or would you like to come to the bridge or have me go to the ready room for it?
Meet me in my ready room.
Sir, we lost the shuttle. It looked like it tried to power up and then it overloaded its system. Thankfully, it was far away enough it didn't damage us.
Understood.
I'm not sure why. I wasn't moving it.
We're on to bridge.
Yep. Bridge
Yeah.
here.
So we had a malfunction as we cleared the Victoria. I think it was the Chronoton field generator. I didn't bring it with me, and hopefully it got destroyed in the explosion just now.
Right.
I hope, but we should scan for it or debris of it because it might still semi-function and cause.
This is Lieutenant Myth.
Lieutenant Myth is currently powered down. I'm gonna do my utmost to get her running again. I will
Very good.
need a space in the sick bay and an engineering team to meet me there.
Understood.
Engineering team to the sick bay.
Understood. You've got it.
Good. Thank you. Captain.
And Varder's gonna have security double up on the bridge for security.
Oh, Varder, you have guests
Fuck.
as you step out of the brig.
And probably as I'm saying, double up security on the brig. And what kind of guests are these?
New scene, by the way.
Cool.
Nope. We lose a momentum.
Does my stress go away if I'm unconscious?
You're sleeping peacefully. That's not stressful. The world's shittiest excuse.
Yeah.
Move you guys like no, I'll keep it like that. The assumption in the next scene is that Myth will have been brought to sick bay and been slowly repaired. Since you avoided the injury, you just have. Oh no, you took the injury.
I took the injury, yeah.
Yeah, you lose the
gonna
stress,
roll
but the injury's still there, so you're not awake yet.
All right.
They have to repair the damage that's been done. So Varder, you step out into the hall. You start making your call, and 3 individuals in red armor, with what looks to be like almost teardrop shaped helmets that sweep backward and away from the front, are holding what looks to be very rough gold rifles with what looks to be some sort of glowing burning plasma at the tip. Like it doesn't look so much. It looked and actually giving a rifle per se as a bayonet with a plasma attachment. In any case, one of them's right in front of you, and the other 2 are a little further back.
Oh. Well, they're armed and they're not Starfleet, so can I just duck back into cover?
There actually was to appear, so it does go back to you. To move away from them, because someone's within reach of you, someone's in close range of you, can actually like hit you and stuff.
Okay.
You need to spend an action of some kind, or you need to attack them to shove them away.
I could try to back. Does that sound reasonable?
It does. I think I'm trying to think if it's a minor or a major check. I
I think
can't
it's a
remember.
minor to disengage.
Yeah, that's the word. Thank you. I had like every other word for it in my head except that one.
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, because what you can actually do in this is you can minor, move, and act.
Mm-hmm. I've got quick to action.
Oh, not like there's anyone here.
I mean,
There's people on the ship who can minor action move around, though. Right?
Where
Or
is
is that
it?
only space combat for moving around the ship?
I can quick to action someone else when there's a weapon fired in the brig.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Oh, and it also says,
Disengage is something you can do upon succeeding at a melee attack.
Oh,
it isn't
okay.
an action to disengage.
woof, I need to succeed at a melee attack, and I am not a melee specialist. What was it to call a security team as the chief of security?
You do have the advantage that you can have that, so assumably you could invoke the fact that there's probably security nearby
In the brig?
in the brig probably, and
Yeah,
if
I
you do
mean,
a security task, it's reduced by 1.
Okay.
In opposed fights in combat situations, that usually means that either if there was a difficulty increase on your side or a complication, you could bring it down.
Mhm.
On the other hand, you could also make it treat it as a complication for the other side, that there are other people getting in their way, and that basically takes away one of their successes because they're dealing with that while dealing with you.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, do you want to make things easier for you or harder for them?
Yeah, and normally in post combat it's a flat 0, some weird thing like your arm's hurt or something. You
Yeah.
have a complication to begin with.
I'd honestly make it harder for them.
Yeah, I was just thinking
because-
make it harder for them and say that there was conveniently a patrol just around the corner that's happening into this at the same time. And
Yeah, and they see their security team.
assistance.
Yeah, it's like your security team's walking over just to go, oh, well, we're going to do a report to the chief. Oh, God. Let's help him.
So I
You
guess
there, stop.
their action, draw a phaser and shoot the fellow in front of me.
So that, because there's someone close to you, instead of difficulty 2 to hit them, it's difficulty 3. But because you're using security team, it brings it back down to 2.
And then I would have hand phasers as a focus.
Okay.
We said we were making things harder for them.
Well, it depends if he wants to make it harder for them or himself. If he was doing melee, that's one thing. But if he's shooting, he's getting an increased complication just because he's within melee of he's in close range of a target.
Yeah.
So as I said, take a momentum.
I'll take a momentum. So 3 dice, challenge 2 con security.
And I don't get to roll opposed on this. Are you firing for lethal?
No.
Nice.
You definitely hit him. You get 2 momentum and roll your dice.
8, and that is
Eight
a
damage.
phaser type 2 that I've got here.
Oof. Spend a momentum and re-roll all
Yeah,
those
really.
zeros.
Okay, so spend a momentum to reroll 5 dice.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed.
Much better.
So that's one of them down.
The armor does resist some of it. No,
Yeah, I was thinking
it wouldn't
they're
resist
armored.
enough of it though. We'll find out.
Is it more than 2?
Hopefully the guy's not in my face anymore.
Probably not, but I'm gonna double check to make sure
Because if
that's
it's
what I'm
2,
thinking of.
because if it's 2, it's not enough.
And congratulations, weapon fire in the brig. I'm assuming just stepping out of the brig counts that as the brig still.
Isn't this like the 3rd time we've had combat in the brig?
Yes.
Since I've arrived, yes.
Yes.
Why did we keep having combat in the brig?
Wait, since I've arrived?
It's got force fields.
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah. Because there was Adler, then there was Tachibana, and now the...
If I had more threat, that wouldn't have worked, but I don't, so the regular armor's on, so that drops him.
Woo!
Hey, boys.
Okay.
So, with the weapons fire and the brig alert, I'm assuming going over.
It does go back to them,
Who can I quick to
Um,
action?
but you can quick to action anyone aboard
Kismet.
ship.
Which is Iran. Iran is now back aboard the ship.
So I'm gonna go and rescue him again.
Yeah,
I can do
You've
that.
got the hand cannon, man.
Now,
he was.
I don't have the hand cannon.
here's the issue: when you're moving from one part of the
Oh,
ship to
right.
the other, you can spend a minor action to start heading there, and you won't arrive there till next round, at the top.
All right.
Hmm.
I'm fine with you arriving next round and being a distraction. I forget that you're not. I keep on confusing people for some reason.
Yeah. Well,
have
I
you-
can do that.
I mean, that's the best he's gonna get.
Although I will
Yeah.
say that Iran can do a task as he's running, like minor. I'm getting there. A task of you can't really interact with the enemy, but you can do something else if you have something else you want to do.
Minor red alert.
Security alert. It would be.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got boarded without anyone knowing. That seems like a.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Shipwide red alert. Or computer shipwide red alert. Intruder alert.
Yeah. It's in this case, what it is called is a security alert.
Yeah.
Right.
I
'cause-
think a red alert applies to being boarded without anyone knowing that we've been boarded
Mm-hmm.
until now.
I think the problem is, does the lieutenant have the ability to call a red alert?
Good point.
Security alert, yes. Red alert, maybe not.
Yeah.
Not positive, but.
Yeah, I think he can call a security alert.
Yeah, and actually, you the way your staff kind of notes that, like they're doing scans of Myth, and then one of them says, "There's phaser fire in the brig, just outside of it," and that's when you dart out and call for the red alert on the way.
Yeah.
You can attempt to send some security to where he is. Call. It would be a presence security difficulty 1.
I mean, I'm not doing anything else, so
Yeah, just honestly, just roll it. I wouldn't even give you momentum for that.
no. Lead by example.
Yeah, because you're rushing there as well. It's like I'm already headed that way.
Yeah.
Meet me there.
Oh,
Oof.
Suka. Sorry.
You
Fine.
give them
Don't go there then. Ugh.
you give them instructions, but you're not sure exactly where on that deck it is. So they kind of you'll end up getting to the right place, but the security team's delayed because they're not entirely sure where on that deck, which brig you mean.
All right, more glory to me.
Immediately get stunned.
Goes back to them.
Yeah.
One of the guys further back shoots at you, Varder.
Please don't.
Oh, they stopped some.
Like, can I ask you nicely to not?
Would you kindly not?
When he levels the weapon at you, and he presses a contact with his thumb on the weapon, and then you notice that the little plasma bit at the end lashes out like a whip and snakes out and slithers out towards you.
Yeah. Oh, so is this a melee attack?
This is one of those I've seen enough hentai moments.
Oh, no.
It is a ranged attack still. It's just especially it has a weird ability to it.
Oh, so can does it not suffer an increased
It
difficulty?
seems like it might restrain
close
me
range?
potentially.
He's at this guy is effectively at medium range,
Oh, okay.
so he's not. He was a little further back from his friend.
But he still does have the complication against him.
Make it easier for him
Yeah,
to
it's
make the
just to
shot.
make it easier.
Oh, I thought he wanted to make it
We got
harder
too
for
momentum
them.
from it, so
You keep saying that, but he changed it earlier when he shot.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
yeah.
It's okay. I
Right
like to
that
think
way.
I like to think positively as well.
Okay.
Mainly because the last time I didn't, I missed.
All right, give it to him.
No, now you're bossing me around. No,
I mean, I'm perfectly fine if you don't.
he just succeeds. Forget you. No.
Okay.
That is. But oddly, this is using this. This uses this. He oddly doesn't have a focus for this.
Oh, good.
They're usually used to stabbing people with their rifles, but you're too far away.
Oh, I made the right choice.
Oh my god.
Small mercies.
It lashes out and it carves into the decking, plating right to your left, and you see a gouge out a huge hole into the wall.
He's gonna die for that. That's my thing to fix later.
I need to fix that, damn it.
Yeah.
I've gotta fix that.
Back to the friendly side. Gredin, you're alerted that there's a red alert, security alert, brig, deck 22.
Security
That's
to the brig.
exactly how I said it.
Like 3 calls was here to the brig now.
You can try to coordinate the security team to try to get them to get there a little quicker, since they aren't really on scene yet. They're having an issue figuring out where exactly on the deck it is.
Yep. So that's present security.
Yep.
Finally, something I'm not awful at.
And all kinds of 20s. Come on.
So 2, 1, team dynamics.
Yeah, I give it to you.
Let me just see. All right.
Well, momentum. This does mean you can bring in at the top of the new round, one of the security support characters can just show up because they're part of the security team that's coming to reinforce.
Tachiban's good at punching things, yeah.
Yeah, he's the only security support character that we have.
Aside from Jannar, who's on the other ship, yeah.
Yeah.
I should make one more, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, we have Dreth. It's just he's not on the ship right now.
Yeah, and usually we wouldn't have 2 crews. I would also be there to shoot as well.
Yeah, we
You
usually
can't
have
steal
quite
all of my glorious security. Every time this means something to shoot, you just show up with a fucking pistol. With that goddamn pistol, and I was like, okay, fine.
This guy's gonna move up to Varder.
No.
He brings his rifle up, and then he swings down hard with it. And you can hear it when he swings it up. You can hear it whirr, like it's getting louder and high pitched, and then it cracks like thunder when it comes down.
Every single time the GM says something, it's no.
Oh.
I would give the GM a threat and 2 momentum for your unarmed attack.
I mean,
It is opposed. That is true.
yeah, it is opposed. Let's see what he rolls first.
Also, if you give him a threat, he gets to roll an extra dice as well.
So yes, I'll only give. That's right. I'll only give you 1.
Well, it depends. Who's attacking first?
He's
Isn't
attacking
he
me, so yeah.
So
It occurs simultaneously.
Yeah.
So if you're buying dice, you're buying them. If you're not, you're not.
Survival doesn't apply to this, does it?
At increased complication, it does.
I honestly, I just say take the 3rd die.
Take the 3rd die with momentum? Okay.
Yeah, because he can only roll 2.
Yeah, and my daring security is not that bad. Alright, so 3 die, yep. And no focus, because I don't have a focus for melee. Unless I was ambushing someone, and that's not the case.
No, it is the opposite.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Good to roll.
Oh,
Cool.
You get 2 momentum, and you can hurt him with unarmed, or you can take one of the combat options of shoving him away or disengaging away from him.
Disarm him.
Or disarm. If you want to disarm, you can't. If you get an effect on your damage, you can disarm somebody. It just knocks the rifle to the ground.
Cool.
You know,
so-
he's still in the hallway, so I'll just step back into the corridor, or behind the doorway, or whatever the heck it is.
So you step back into the room. So basically, you move away from his melee.
Yeah.
Do you get to do damage as well? Double checking. Or is that cancel it out? Because it might.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I honestly, I'd rather just do damage to him
Listen.
because we have a lot of momentum to spend.
Yes, but Grenden's not the one with 3 people in his face.
Oh, there's 2 of them now.
Yeah. Okay. So if you do the disengage, you don't do damage because
Okay.
you're busy. He swings, and as he's recovering from the swing, you back away from him.
I mean,
and
what?
walk into the room.
My unarmed is just base stuff, so I'm
Yeah.
very unlikely to do anything, especially given he's armored.
Mm.
I'm going
That's
to be
true.
punching armored plate.
Which hurts you usually more than it hurts them.
Yes.
Okay, so you do he misses and you get away from him.
Yep. Breaks hand, can't fire phaser. Oh.
So it's a new round.
I can still technically go.
You can actually, yeah, because they did call for an alert, so it is, and you would have been in. The mothership is at a security alert.
And is on a different ship.
Then I will order the Victoria for red alert combat stations and to activate the security systems. Because I assume after a week we've programmed it to not shoot Starfleet.
Presence plus. Sorry, you can if you're getting the machine to do it. It is control plus security difficulty 2.
Take a momentum.
So I say I can't use helm operation for this. That's pushing it.
Go to the helm, override somewhere else. Why am I making this harder for my?
I mean, if I could
Helm.
use the focus, I fucking would.
You could use the helm and just increase the difficulty by 1.
Nah. Just take the 3rd die.
Yeah, that's fine.
You minor move to a station on the bridge because you're already there.
Nice. And we get that momentum back. No, we get 2 momentum.
Yeah, because it was diff 2.
Even in the bridge, you hear a whir click as various small phaser turrets pop out from the ceiling and start whirring and look around. A lot of the crew jump when they do that, even though they saw you. You're the one making them come down, but they're all still kind of, oh good, they're not shooting us. Okay, and they get back to their job. It's like,
Oh, that's not normal.
I'm so
oh, we're
glad I'm
okay.
not there.
So just to confirm, we're at red alert and we've got the internal security systems activated.
So what can I use? Yeah. New round starts because all the enemies have acted, all the friendlies have acted, all that can act anyway.
They
They started the fight, so you guys start again.
Sweet. Shall I just go so they don't run up in my face? I mean, they're still probably going to run up in my face, but
Ooh,
Or I
so
could go and
here's what I would
save.
do. I'd use your minor action to charge and get the area effect. So you can hit both of them.
I was considering taking cover.
You can minor take cover, although you would need. Actually, what you can do if you want, you can minor take cover and then spend
A momentum.
a momentum for a
Our actions.
Yeah,
is it
you can.
2?
Yeah, you
it's
can.
2 by the book, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So for
See,
2,
now-
you can also area the phaser if you want.
See, now, do I want to do that, take cover? So, so do I want to take cover and charge and hit both of them and
Yeah.
potentially miss? Or do I want to aim, fire, almost certainly take down one, and then we've got the security teams and everyone else coming to deal with the other guy?
I
That's
feel like
true.
probably take down 1 is better.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I'll give you a free tip. Here's the problem. It require even with area attack, they need to be in the same
And they're not.
range band.
Oh, they're
One guy's
not?
at one guy effect for you right now. One guy is at medium. The other guy's at long.
Right.
Oh, okay.
All right, so, yeah, I'll just
Put 'em like that.
do that and still, I guess. So that's 2 minor actions.
Yeah. How much?
I don't
I have
know.
to spend 1 momentum to do that.
Yeah.
And so you aim
Aim
and
raises it by 1, right?
It gives
the
you a
fast
reroll
roll.
of one of your die. One of your.
Oh, right,
attack
that's a
dice.
reroll. And then it's phasers because that's a focus. So that's 2 with a reroll. And I need 2 to hit.
You need
If I
2 to
remember
hit.
correctly.
Yes.
Mhm.
Actually, here's a question for you.
Yes.
For you, since it's your turn, you get to decide what security helping
Oh,
you
the
out or
security
making it harder on them.
Helping out.
Okay, so the difficulty goes down by 1 for you. The assumption being that they're firing phases as well, trying to give you some cover.
Supporting fire, yeah.
Yep.
Because as far as I'm concerned, getting one of them down is good. There we go.
Gain a momentum.
Look at that. We spent it. We got it back.
Is that lethal?
No.
Okay.
And there we go.
Oh, Muffin. Ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
And down he goes.
And, cover being useful for if this other guy tries to tentacle me again.
Not to mention you're at long range.
I mean, I
And
imagine he
you're
would probably
covered.
move and fire.
And on their go, Fudge Muffins. That did not go as well as they thought it was going. That went very badly. They had the drop on you and everything.
We are superior from the future. Fuck, Phaser still hurt. Oh,
Oh, gone.
Man, I didn't get to slide in shooting my Type 1 phaser off
probably
that.
turn the corner just in time to see them leave.
Yeah. And
Just give the
once
idea
again,
of dual wielding Type 1 phasers now.
as Spider-Man, web shooters. Yeah. Walking up to Varder. Okay, so 2 things. First of all, as usual, what the fuck, Varder? And second of all, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
You,
okay. As
you
for
look
what the
like-
fuck?
Yeah.
That's a fairly accurate description.
This entire day has been I've been traveling at multiple what the fucks per hour, so
Right,
Yeah.
stand down security alert. Given they're reporting as Claire. But also doubling security on the brig and all key systems. If the captain will approve that. I'm just going to have him as chief of security
Yeah.
say that, and the captain will approve it or disapprove it as it comes
Yeah.
across.
Yeah, that's approved.
That's one of the things that as chief of security you don't need to worry about. If it's a matter of security, you do it. Alright, are you guys fine with 2 momentum to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Because I don't like the idea of someone that can just beam onto the ship.
So the next thing I want is because we are clearly dealing with some weird. I think we might be dealing with some weird temporal shenanigans.
Well, Vader did say temporal directive and never actually got to report to you, so I imagine he's as he's getting the security stuff sorted, he's still heading to the Red
So
room.
if that's the case, Aran, I need you to get Myth back online as soon as possible.
I think it's also wise to put the ship on a yellow alert.
Agreed.
Raise the shields. But yeah, I'll get back to my work. I just tried to heroically save
And,
Varder.
And at this point, again, question for the GM: if we believe that the ship is under threat, and in considerable danger, all things considered, would that be a prerogative for moving from our position?
Without ruling, you know that unless there's a present danger to you maintaining your orders, there's no reason to move, but it is legal for you to ask for permission to move given circumstances.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll reach out to the Admiral at Starbase.
Roll for me, presence, command, or con, your choice.
Command.
We'll make that, it's going to be difficulty 2.
Okay, I'm going to take a momentum just because it gives me a reroll. Command, presence. Diplomacy, law. Either of those work?
A law, since you're going down that avenue.
Yep. Okay, so that's 3 momentum.
You don't get the admiral. You're actually routed to the strategic operations officer for this theater of space
Mm-hmm.
because the admiral's just straight up busy.
And yeah, it's like we've been attacked. Orders.
Missions, what's your status, Kismet?
We've just come under attack from, as it currently stands, an unknown source. We don't detect any ships in the vicinity, but we think it might be dangerous to maintain our position here. Orders.
Stand by, Kismet. Is escort craft still with you?
Indeed it is.
All right. Any damage to either ship?
Currently, no.
All right.
Mention
Sending
we
you
lost
coordinates
shuttlecraft.
now. Maneuver there. We'll have the relief team for the escort craft meet you there.
Okay. Is this a position closer to the starbase?
It's further away.
Oh God. What?
If anything, it's actually moving you closer to the Omnicron SETI system, which
Oh.
is a friendly system.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, and I didn't have time to do anything with that.
Yeah, the situation's changed there, but
Wait.
But your
wait,
science officer's out of commission.
Wait a second. What planet was that?
Omicron City.
Oh, that's the one with the mindfucky plants.
yeah, the Baileron rays and the plants
Baileron
that are able to
rays.
save people from it. There used to be colonies there, but it's a friendly system. Federation maintains claim on it. There's research that's done there.
Just, not habited much.
And actually, one thing you catch, Captain, without a roll, it's just with the knowledge you have, you're kind of picking up on a few things. The strategic operations officer probably ran into the same wall you did, and then found a way that he's authorized. Like, well, I can't move them closer, but nothing says I can move them further away, so they're not sitting at whatever's attacking them.
Okay.
So he probably did the most legal thing he could do without bothering the admiral about it.
Which just means we've got more time till the crew arrives.
Oh, so they're going to have to take longer to get to us.
Because the roundabouts can only move so fast.
They
Unintentionally.
That's good.
Or
okay,
intentionally, who knows?
I'll take it.
All right.
So Orion moves to where Myth is. Myth is still sitting on the table. Your engineering team has had time to kind of set her up and get their equipment set up, and
They're
Sell
playing
some tables.
marionette with her.
there are one or two that had Type 2 phasers that they are now putting away back into the armor locker because they don't need them anymore.
Right.
I,
we're no
uh,
longer.
Especially since. Oh, so go ahead.
I tell them you can keep those on. I think we might need them later.
The addendum you get to that is that security. The other reason that they're putting them away is that security officers step in.
Oh,
with their
that's
own
fair.
Type 2s.
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
They're like, oh, the security guys are here. Well, we don't need these anymore.
Oh, that's fair.
Done my job too well for you.
Yeah, please get back to work. Should I roll anything to get Myth back online?
What do you wish to do with Myth?
Have
Flip the switch.
we
Phrasing.
turned her?
God damn it.
Yeah, have we
Yeah.
turned her back on again? Or turned her
Um,
off and on again?
you can attempt a roll that is known as a task roll in this system,
Hmm.
and it involves an amount of dice.
Can we just
I
plug her
would
into the
say-
mains?
I'm.
Yeah,
I'm.
jump.
You're stalling.
Control plus
Stalling.
engineering, difficulty. The difficulty is what I'm humming on. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, especially yeah.
We've spent a lot of time together. I've
Yeah.
possibly implanted the
Not yet.
Self-destruct
trigger thing.
button.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah. Oh well, well you can.
Now's your chance.
Well, you can. Oh God, you can utilize the what's it? what's it? You can utilize the engineering team that you have.
It's true.
Yeah, but I still need her consent to do it. She has to know that we're doing it. She's a Starfleet member after all. That we're putting the thing in her.
Oh, you're not repairing her. You're just trying to turn her. You're just trying to wake her up so she can respond.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's difficulty too.
All right, and I've spent some time with Myth for a while.
Take a momentum.
Stand by.
Taking a momentum.
Tend no.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, that's not my phrasing.
Oh God, this is so unfortunate. This is so unfortunate.
And moments
no.
before, he said he wanted to implant something.
You're so prude. You're so prude. We're strictly work friends.
There we go. What presence command? The heck?
Yes.
I missed something.
I think you missed. I haven't rolled yet, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. So it's Grennan, but we're at 3 dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Difficulty 2 to just
Difficulty 2.
figure out where the switches are.
I'm thinking. We've spent some time together, and I don't think we're that fast friends that you've shown me. Here's my off button.
No.
But I suppose a reverse engineering.
Oh yeah.
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to figure out how to repower.
Oh, you
Yeah,
super
she's not told them where switches yet.
Captain.
Yes.
Captain. I don't know. Let's see here.
Captain, I fucked up.
Basically.
Well, so
Are you spending to get rid of that complication?
yes, I am.
Okay.
And so the second thing I was going to ask is, can he use his engineering team to decrease the difficulty?
Oh, yes, he can.
That would be difficulty 1 then.
Which is just enough.
Cool.
After a bit of, you look around for the button. You can't figure out what's exactly keeping her from just waking up. It's very intricate, but eventually your team is able to. They scan her and they use some of the sensors in the room, and they find out an area that is damaged that you just need to reconnect. And it won't fix everything, but at least she'll be awake.
I think somebody puts a old timey car battery on the desk and just with jumper cables, and she wakes up.
No.
It's got some extra sci-fi bits and everything.
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi battery.
No, you got that big TOS thing with the 3 prongs on it.
He actually just straight up pulls out a warp core and puts it on the table.
Goes big.
You are awake. You're still injured, but you are conscious.
Good morning.
Lieutenant.
It's actually 9 p.m., but good morning.
God.
What transpired on the shuttle?
I don't know. I think the field emitter or field generator messed us up, and the entire ship went dark. You're probably lucky that Grennan asked for me as well. Otherwise, you might still have been out there or floating about in some spaceship debris currently.
Indeed.
Because the Angelo blew up, by the way.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
No, we lost
And the
Angelo.
device.
Yeah, we lost Angelo.
Damn.
I'm just doing my job, and I would do it again for a friend.
The device, Lieutenant?
The
Were you able
device.
to recover it?
No, the device quite possibly exploded alongside the ship.
Ah, a shame.
But
I appear to be partially immobilized. I will
Yeah.
require assistance in repairing my systems.
We'll get to that right away. we needed some guidance there as well. But I have some people scanning for the device in case it's still out there. It shouldn't be.
Understood.
Her motor functions aren't along with some of her sense. Yeah. We'll keep working. You sit tight. You sit tight there, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I can walk your people through some of the steps needed to reintegrate my systems. Ooh.
I would.
Oh no.
It's the captain's decision.
The captain's the only one who's near the bridge.
Yeah, he gets the information first.
Oh, hang on.
This is more of a meta storytelling spend of. More of
Yeah.
Does the good guys happen to find it? They
Yep.
not.
I was thinking like the story thing of, does the captain say to check?
Yes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't bother looking. I know Hajek said so, but don't worry about it.
I'll spend the 2 momentum.
Cool.
Hijack just wants to do his namesake with it.
No, Hijack wants to get another.
Clearly, that's just a power source we can stick in Myth, right?
No.
Oh no. Temporal android.
I'm sorry. I think Aran needs to not stick anything near Myth.
Lieutenant Aran,
Yes.
we got a report from main engineering. It seems we recovery teams were able to get the device back along with parts of the shuttle. It's been put in isolation section 5.
I think he breaks a hypospanner in his hand. Good. I trust that you got this. I'm gonna go look over the thing, make sure that it's secure. Excuse me, Lieutenant. Ensign.
Sir? So, Myth, you want to perform some self-repair with some people helping you?
Yeah.
On the plus side, they don't make it any, they just make it possible because you can tell them what you want them to do. Unfortunately, that turns it into a presence. Oh, actually, it works either way. It can be presence or control plus engineering.
All right.
Difficulty is unknown. I have to check real quick. Like you will know the difficulty. I just can't recall how high I want it to be. Breaks a spanner. Good grief. Snaps it in half. Oh god.
Yeah, and those are like stainless steel and shit. Or
He's a
titanium.
Borg. Scroll. I've been secretly invaded.
Sorry for the background noise. My
It's
cat.
okay. I'll forgive you someday. Not today, but someday.
It's okay. They deserve all the
Joan!
they deserve all the pats.
Yeah. She,
No, that's just people just messing around in the room.
No. No.
Oh, you're doing something, are you? Let me knock stuff over.
Wish I had that kind of cat, but
So
That's what Cations are for.
yeah, Brennan, you about
What?
230. Wonder I wasn't finding it. Haha. Difficulty of 4.
Oh
God.
god.
boy.
Well, let's see.
You could give the GM some threat.
You could
I
wait
could.
until I get back.
Actually, it gets worse. Hold on.
I should be there.
Yeah, you really should.
But you left. You'll come back. Don't worry. You'll
Yeah.
still be working on it. Probably.
Yeah, if they fail, they either hurt her or nothing happens.
Exactly. What's the worst that could happen?
You could die, but yeah,
Exactly. I don't want that to happen.
swallow a hyperspanner.
Are you telling me you don't want to roll up a third character?
Not
the same shit.
particularly.
You mean to say that you
Oh.
don't have a third lined up?
Not for science officer.
That's fair.
So it can be one of two things. You can either try it, they can do it the fast way, which is difficulty 4, or they can do it the slow way. It goes down to 2 and it's an extended task.
I might be there for the last part or something.
Yeah, I do the
Problem is if they
extended
screw up the
task.
difficulty 4, that you're pretty much out for the next while.
If
Mhm.
you, if
I
we
do
were
the extended task.
Yeah, if we were to install the tricorder thing as well while we're at it.
No,
I mean, you've
I
asked
don't
for
think
it.
so.
Put it in the wrong place.
No.
You've
All right.
asked for it.
I see radio frequencies. Ah!
Yeah, I don't want that yet.
Alright.
I can't see the visible spectrum. Help me.
All
The
I can
numbers
see is
what they
radio
mean.
waves. I'm debating doing a determination spend here, honestly.
Mm. I leave that to you.
Yeah. I don't suppose there's any way I can swing reason instead of
No, because you either you're talking them through it and you're trying to get them to tell you what they need done, and then you're instructing them, or control, you're giving them step-by-step instructions on exactly what they need to
Alright.
do. Reason, you already know what the problem is because you can sense it in your head. You know
Mhm.
what's broken. You just need them to fix it. It's just you're very complicated and intricate, and they're not cyberneticists.
fair.
Maybe it might be fair.
I'm gonna go for it.
Cool. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't hurt myself. Your engineering team might hurt me.
You're gonna blame this on me?
Yes.
No, your engineering team.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. So we don't have any momentum, so I will spend 1 threat
Okay.
for a third die. Oh no, spend 2 threat for a third die because I'm also gonna spend my determination for those successes.
So I say I've got the sheets out.
Oh, and computers. I'll roll the computers engineering. Okay. That's 1 of 4.
All right. Can I use a focus in xenotechnology?
Probably
Yes.
not. Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Because xenotechnology also covers regular.
hmm I am strange xenotechnology, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it xenotechnology to yourself? Oh my god.
Whoa.
That's a 4.
Plus the
most
2 from the
human you can do is to
determination.
learn about yourself.
Wasn't there a determination spend in there, or
Yep.
no?
I used determination.
What value?
So I used the value solutions like problems are limitless.
Fair enough. That's actually 2 momentum by my count.
Yep. I have a lot of values that could have worked there. Like I also have, just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean I can't do it.
As you're getting repaired, Rand heading that way. I'm gonna check with Penn. What is your ship doing at the moment?
The Victoria is remaining at red alert. We're scanning. Is it possible for us to scan the immediate area for signals matching the large ship?
You could focus on something like that, yeah.
Like I say, it may have cloaked or it might be different technology, but is it possible we may pick up some similar type of signal to suggest some fuckers in the area messing with us?
You could do that. I would call it a reason science roll, difficulty of 3, because you're not doing a general sweep. You're sweeping for a very specific technology that you don't quite understand, but you've seen before, so at least you know what to look for.
Could I order a science officer on the Victoria to do it?
You could, yeah.
I'd very much prefer that because I've got a science of 1.
Which of these support characters should we pull from?
We have.
Can I take Cecile? She says
Woogie.
science.
Cecile, okay. And I'll
Oh,
note
wow.
that using having the crew support, the Victoria does support crew support on its own, so it's using up its own supply.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, I'll take Cecile.
The assumption being that they've been moved over there and they're taking up some of its resources rather than the Kismet's resources.
And so that was what, reason science?
Oh, I think I know who these aliens are.
I'll be surprised if you do.
Well, I'll spend 1 momentum with Cecile because she has cautious.
Mhm.
And the focuses that she has is astrophysics applicable?
Yeah, I'd give that to you.
Yeah, I either just totally guessed who these bad guys are, or I didn't.
I'm gonna go Hirogen just for shits and giggles.
Nah, considering everything I'm hearing, I think I know exactly who we're dealing with.
And would I be able to assist with presence command?
Yeah, I'd
I'm,
give it
I'm
to you.
ordering her.
I'd give that to you, sure.
And would I have composure? Or maybe astro... No, I don't know. Yeah, would composure or astro navigation help?
Astronavigation would help at increased complication.
No, I'll just leave it. And I don't know what the ship's gonna roll, but that's 4 successes between the 2 of us.
Yep. So 1 momentum gained. You scan the nearby area. You don't detect the emissions you're looking for, but you do detect that there was in the sensor log there was a chronoton surge on the Kismet in the section where the intruders were located.
Oh yeah, I'm totally right about this.
Then, as both ships are heading towards the new rendezvous, I think I would very much like to inform the captain of certain chronotonic energy.
Commander, we haven't been given
thinking-
order to move quite yet.
Now I'm actually thinking not cool.
That's what I was thinking as well. I don't know if I was right, but I was thinking that for a bit.
It's the design of their armor is what gave it away to me. Because that sounds like the armor that they wear in Stowe.
I was like, red energy weapons.
Just to say, didn't we receive didn't the Kismet get that order to...
Oh yeah, you both got the signal, but the Kismet hasn't moved yet.
Okay, if that's the case, I'll just contact the Kismet.
I appear to be the only one that has no idea what this is, but I might have missed something. It's been a while.
Oh,
This is
not cool are a faction in Star Trek Online.
Well, and also they showed up in Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay,
They
so
would-
I've not
they would-
finished Enterprise or even got really
Yeah.
most of the way through it. And
All you really need to know is that they were time traveling Nazi aliens.
Yeah.
I think I started meeting them at one point, but yeah, I stopped playing the game.
Fucking nuts.
Star Trek Online, I mean.
Fucking Nazis. Let's punch some Nazis.
Hey, Captain, we're being hailed by the Victoria.
Oh, on screen.
Pend appears on screen.
Captain, we've just done a scan of the area. It appears that whatever happened to require you to call for a security alert was caused by a surge of chronotonic energy.
That's what I was afraid of. Mr. Pend, I think we have time travelers on our hands.
Well,
And that's when Barter
shit.
walks in, hearing that.
Perfect.
Well, that explains why intelligence is losing its damn mind over it. What's happening?
Do you want to continue this in your ready room, Captain?
Mr. Pend, I'm going to have our communications right here piped into the conference room, if that's okay.
Understood.
The ops officer kind of nods at you and starts doing it without you having to say the order.
Yeah. So
I like heard Varder's suggestion. Was like,
Yeah. So I'm thinking. I want Varder, and is Myth back with us?
Myth, the turbolift door's open.
Perfect.
Myth is back.
Ah, Myth, perfect timing. I need you and Varder in the conference room now.
Yes, sir.
And as you three pile into the conference room, Aran,
Yay!
you step up to the isolation room. You notice that there are 2 security guards standing guard outside of it because they were told to secure all vital areas, and an isolated thing seems kind of vital to them. There's some engineers nearby who seem to be looking over some pads. Sir?
Officers, I was the one who discovered it earlier. I need to make sure that it is secure.
Certainly, sir. Do you want to use the scanning device, or do you want to
Repeat last.
go? Do you want to go in yourself, sir, or do you want to use the scanners here at the door?
I will start with the scanners at the door. See if that helps.
Reason engineering, difficulty 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're assisted by the ship, duh.
Cool. Transporters and replicators, or warp field dynamics. That's all.
I'd give you warp field and increase complication.
Then no. Let's see here. Cool.
And actually, I believe your ship's sensors made it easier because it used the sensors. So you actually get 1 momentum out of that.
Cool.
2 momentum. Scanning the device, it does appear that the room has, even within the container, it appears that there's some chronoton radiation leaking out of the container into the surrounding room. But the isolation chamber has much stronger fields and metals that are containing the radiation to that room.
All right. Does it seem relatively undamaged from the explosion earlier, or is it because
It's a
of
bit
the explosion that
it's probably because of the explosion. That's why it's leaking. It's been compromised. That's kind of, they actually, when they recovered it, they just beamed it straight to isolation. They didn't want to get anywhere close to it because of the radiation detection.
That's true. That's intelligent, but still not. So, I suppose. We're gonna have to exchange the container. Will someone call for a new one? Aaron is rubbing his temples.
Yeah, we could probably suit up, sir, and head in and move it to a new container.
Yeah. I'll assist.
Give me presence plus engineering, difficulty 1.
Presence engineering.
Yep.
Lead by example.
Yeah, oh yeah, because you're going in with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not charging you for the EVA suit because you need it to even get in there.
Yeah.
Safely. 2 momentum. You and your team are able to get in there and very carefully remove the old container, put it in a new container, and that does seem to end. Sensors show that it's been the radiation is not leaking out anymore.
Cool. Thank you, gentlemen, for the assistance. I'll come back when my duties are before I return to the Victoria.
Very good. Oh, sir, report from Medbay. They were able to fix Lieutenant Myth. She's back up and running. Last we heard, she was heading up to the bridge.
Good. I'll be heading there then. At ease. And he leaves.
After a bit of desuiting and heading up, you notice the three of them aren't on the bridge. You just see the regular beta shift staff.
Excuse me, where are the senior officers?
Oh, hello, sir. They're in the conference room just over there.
All right. I suppose they might be expecting me. Could you tell them I'm here, so I'm not barging in on them?
Bridge to captain.
Captain.
Lieutenant Aran is here. He's wondering if he has permission to enter.
All things considered, yes.
The ops officer nods at you. Go ahead, sir.
And Aaron enters.
Perfect timing.
Lieutenant.
We were just getting underway.
Lieutenant Aaron, reporting for duty, sir.
And you see Penn's faces on a nearby screen.
He nods to Pen.
So, as things stand, it sounds like we might have time travelers on our hands.
Shall I mention what I have found out from our prisoners, sir?
Indeed.
Now, this is all communicated, somewhat empathetic. They don't speak. It's like their answers are felt and seen more than heard, but they're clear to understand.
And for clarification's sake, out of character, they're Klingons, right?
Yeah.
How do you think they developed these abilities?
I didn't question that. They say they're from 3333 AD.
Oh no.
And that they are serving the all-wise emperor of the Enlightened Alliance of Houses. No idea what that is.
Oh dear.
They need to leave. Our Federation may be endangered. They won't tell us who wants to find them, or that knowledge will put us in danger ourselves as far as they're concerned.
Varder, give me a fitness plus medicine roll, difficulty 2.
Oh no.
As you feel somewhat ill.
This plus medicine, difficulty 2.
Take a momentum.
Okay.
Radiation poisoning?
I don't know.
I'm certain.
I do not have a focus for this, I'm assuming, unless survival comes into that.
It does, interestingly.
Hey! My medicine's good, boys.
You feel like you're starting to fade and go unconscious. So you start standing up, you start stomping your feet a little bit to kind of get your blood flowing again, and you kind of take your seat again and kind of focus on breathing for a little bit, and your senses come back to you. Like for a second, you just all your faculties just went right out the window. You're hearing a heartbeat. You're seeing nothing but white, and then you can willingly go unconscious to what that is, but you're able to control it instead of being forced.
Chief Arter, are you all right?
Oh, no. I don't know what it is, but it's there.
Do I need to call for a medical team?
I can stick it out.
All right.
I pull out a tricorder and scan.
Reason plus
Not
medicine,
full-time.
difficulty 2.
Master Chief.
Okay, take a momentum. Because I know your medicine is not the best.
No, it's not.
Fortunately, you are doing a reason test, so...
Yeah. Exactly. 3.
Uh-huh. And we get... Yeah, you said it was difficulty 2, so we get that momentum back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, well. He closes his eyes.
It sounds like there was more, but you forced yourself to stay here, so you're aware of your surroundings rather than falling into whatever that was. And you see some tricorder readings. Tricorder. They have taken their time to appear.
Tricorder readings. Oh, this tricorder is really slow. I wonder why that is. I don't know.
Not like we're dealing with time.
I mean, we could try and deal with Rosemary, but, you know.
Joan, you and I are gonna have a good talk after this.
Oh, the ship, the Defiant class was the Klingons' mission.
What?
That's why they were here. Apparently, the Defiant was their mission.
Oh?
Did they communicate anything about what they wished to accomplish with it?
No. That might also be partly because I didn't ask. There was a lot going on.
Understood.
You know, with whole 3333, Emperor of the Ascended Alliance of House, or Enlightened Alliance of House, yeah.
And...
Master Chief, your neurological readings are somewhat irregular.
Irregular how? My head hurts.
You seem to be almost entering a trance state.
Okay. That would Alright, how much do you all know of Bajorans?
I've studied... I've studied Bajoran culture.
Bajoran culture and religion has started to be classified in the Federation's databases. I'm aware of some.
Classified?
Classified as in, like, indexed, not as in, like...
Okay.
Receiving proper classification.
Yes.
Yes, but I... Before the Bajorans even became a part of the Federation, I did some of my own independent studies.
Great. Good. Just double check that you can hear me because my microphone did cut out for a second.
Oh
you?
no.
I'm assuming not.
I can hear you.
Okay. No, my entire headset cut out. I couldn't tell what was going on.
Oh my god.
Yes. Okay. Bluntest way to put this. Pretty sure that I had a profit experience, but I can't be entirely 100% on that. And it sounds weird to me too.
Do you feel that you need to complete it? I know that these are the
Normally
kind of
they
things
just
that
happen.
you're not... I was gonna say, normally these aren't the things that you're supposed to fight.
I mean, normally they just happen. I haven't had to feel like I could fight it before.
But just now you did.
Considering the nature of the wormhole aliens, it may be wise to let the experience proceed, Master Chief.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Lay back and sleep?
I have no reasonable alternative.
That was sarcastic, but okay.
Is it possible due to the recent influx of chronotronic energy? That's why you're experiencing this?
Again, maybe I heard one line this time just now, and I heard it before, but
Alright, I'm back.
and the one line's not particularly helpful.
What is it?
We are the light in the darkness.
Oh.
Wait, none of us have heard that before, though. It's all...
All of you feel you've heard that before.
Oh
You're just
god.
not sure where.
Ah.
It
Motherfucker.
reminds me of what happened earlier. Earlier being a month or so by now. Longer.
Yeah.
Cross-referencing.
Let me just see if I can remember this. We are the light in the darkness, wandering forth together. The prophet's our guide.
Take a momentum myth.
We are the light in the darkness. None shall wander alone. Our light, alighting all. We
and
are
could
the
I-
light in the darkness. We let no wraith dictate to us. Our hands firm to the tiller. We are the light in the darkness. Which is cryptic.
That's
No.
secure of mind.
So,
You can wait. No myth. You get a reroll. You have cautious science.
Oh, I do get one reroll. Yeah.
secure of
Standby.
mind. Okay. I don't know what that does.
Nope.
That's even worse.
Myth. Myth.
Love you. You're awesome.
Are you gonna take that as threat?
Are you spending to get rid of it?
No.
Okay, I'll send a
Yeah.
message to Myth. She gets something.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Varda, what you get when you say the litany, you feel serene, not like a dopey, out of your mind sort of sense, but you feel safe, and you feel that if something wanted to take control of your mind, it would have a real hard time to do it.
Okay.
And you feel like all the doubts and niggles and in your mind just kind of quiet down, and you're able to focus.
Alright. Where do I, let's see, do I shove that on my sheet somewhere? I'll just put that in my notes.
So, not only are we messing with time travel, we're apparently also messing with wormhole alien gods. Nice.
that have no concept of time.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if we want to talk to the Klingons we have. Given, their last thing was, oh, we won't tell you more because it'll put you in danger, and then I'm pretty sure that danger was right outside the door, and promptly tried to hit me with some kind of bladed bayonet weapon and a tentacle.
Sorry to interrupt here, but I seem to remember a thing called a temporal prime directive.
Yep.
Does anyone have that close to hand?
I mean, I actually looked it up earlier.
Yeah.
So-
Master Chief.
Yeah.
That litany, it's something from Bajoran history. The Order of the Tiller.
Okay, that makes reference.
Silenced during the Cardassian occupation. Their followers were lost by the time the occupation ended, according to Federation databases.
Most were. The Cardassians were very insistent on destroying every bit of our culture the second they could find it, yeah.
Indeed. However, you now have some information to go off of.
I don't know anything about that.
If you'd like, I can inquire into it.
That would be appreciated.
Very well.
But the temporal prime directive is that we're strictly forbidden from directly interfering in historical events.
Yeah.
And
I
required to
read it
maintain the
now.
timeline and prevent history from being altered.
Yeah.
It also means we can't ask about the future.
Exactly. So we're not allowed to ask about the future, but we're allowed to ask about what's happening currently.
Oh, I just realized.
And I think the temporal prime directive as a prime directive overrules orders.
Yep. It does.
That
It's a
doesn't
prime
matter.
directive.
It does, given we've got substantial proof of this.
Yeah. We have
Mhm.
sensor scans. Days.
Yes.
Essentially.
We've
And I-
got the sensor readings. We've got prisoners from the thing. I mean,
And
we
I-
can't exactly keep them. We're gonna get rid of them before we give them to intelligence, I'm assuming now.
And I think I know what those I think I know what they're after.
Let me
They're
guess. The shiny button that I have in a box.
indeed.
Do we give it to them?
Not until we know what it does.
It's a
I doubt they would tell us.
it's a field generator of sort. I think
Right,
it's
a
their
chronoton field generator, but I want to know what kind of effects that would
I
have.
think it's their way back.
Potentially.
That's what I think.
Mi-
because
myth?
Attention.
Well, yeah. What does Myth think?
What does Myth think? It's a good idea.
What would a chronoton field generator like this do?
Well, it depends upon the field harmonics and geometry of the course. It could simply be a method of interacting with the time stream. However, it could be something more intricate. I would have to make a study of the device to ascertain such for sure.
I will assist. I have some weird feelings about the thing, but I'll assist.
And again, Myth, take a momentum.
All right.
It's an engineer. One time.
Nice.
There we go.
Anything around? Oh, great! We get that momentum back.
The two of you muse briefly, even before, like, just back and forth to each other. Well, it could be this, it could be that. That doesn't make sense because this scan. Okay, in that case, could it be this? It's a quick back and forth between technobabble at two people who know way more about this than any of us do. Until eventually you come to the conclusion that given how small it is, it would be, you could theoretically use it to either prevent someone from traveling through time, and it'd have to be within like personal range. You couldn't do it over like from orbit. You'd have to be like standing and you could see them, and you could create a field that would cancel out any attempt to shift through time. So think of it as like throwing up interference.
Alright.
Or you could use it if it was although not on its own, it would need to be attached to a device to calibrate it. In theory, it could be used to shift someone through time or multiple people and it can interfere with it would transport the same number as, say, a transporter pad, like 6, maybe 7 people.
And how many Klingons do we have?
13.
8 or 9? 12?
We've got 12 in the brig and 1 in midbay.
Yeah.
And also the other 2 ships full that left.
Alright.
And I'm assuming have affiliation with these ones. So they've already got a means back and forth, I'd assume.
Now-
Suppose.
I have a question about this device. Does this device look like it came from our time period?
It's a strange metal.
It's a strange metal with strange material. If it is of this time period, it's technology Starfleet never seen.
Okay, so at the very least, this isn't something that was on the Victoria originally.
No.
Most likely not.
Or at least, this isn't something that was designed for the Victoria. This was probably put in... If it was part of the contingency plan.
Suggestion I would have is show it to the Klingons. They've already shown themselves as willing to assist us.
I'd say that as best as we can get for now. Again, bring a security team with you.
I think we isolate one of bring it to the thing where they stay outside, someone stays on the inside, and shows the thing to them,
Mm-hmm.
and thus receives information from them. Varder is susceptible to the telepathy, and could possibly work as an anchor or a translator in this case. I will handle the device.
Yes.
Does I mean I don't want to say that I'm the only one that can communicate with them, but they have apparently been attempting for several days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, I can see that we're underway. Where are we moving to?
We're moving to new rendezvous coordinates. We've more or less managed to gain ourselves a little bit of time before we have to drop off the Victoria.
Should we take a evasive pattern which will further delay our arrival at the location?
As things stand, no.
Oh, were we holding?
Oh
No,
yeah,
we're
we
not-
haven't actually been ordered to move
Oh, yeah.
yet.
Then never mind. I didn't ask that.
Whoops. Well then, Mr. Varder, you have your instructions.
Aye, Captain.
Let's get us a Klingon. All right.
Yeah.
So before we leave, I'd like to request a medical team to stand by in case of any mishaps. That is temporal
I expect
radiation
there to be another fight in the brig again.
or Varder being maimed again.
I've not yet been maimed.
Or he has a headache, or
That has happened.
something else happened.
The only other thing that's happened is I had crystals in my bones,
Oh yeah, that too.
and that wasn't combat related.
No, and security, of course, should be there.
I mean, there are already security at both places, so
Good. Then let's do this.
What is Grennan and Myth doing? Meanwhile,
I'm heading back to the bridge and running some long-range scans on the things that I saw before all this happened.
a lot's changed. There'll be some information that there's lots of
Alright.
information to read over.
Cool.
What does Grennan do as Myth sees a lot more reports to read?
I don't know if I have anything right now.
To go to the actually, Colin does their job. Sir, do you wish us to keep holding, or do you wish us to move to the
I'd suggest we start proceeding to our rendezvous point. I'd like it so that we arrive there at the same time as our contact. That way we essentially have ourselves as much time as we can reasonably hope for.
sir, we'll go at less than cruising speed, and we can adjust to meet.
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Transmitting our intention to the Victoria.
Mm-hmm. And bring us out.
And presumably you might go to the ready room because there's not a whole lot for you to arrange
Yeah.
at the moment. And as you step inside, someone is sitting in your chair.
Hmm.
Who is it? Wait. I'm scrolling around. I don't.
damn it.
Adler.
The captain just takes a deep breath, turns around, leaves his ready room.
Captain, I'm saving your ship. You might not want to leave.
About 5 seconds pass. Captain re-enters the room. Why you? Why you of all people?
Well, you and I have some common business. It wasn't intended to cross, but here we are.
And his eyes twitching. Said, "All right, what's your game?"
Well, you have something I need. No. And that is the end of the episode.